Hey everybody, welcome in and happy Saturday. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't showing that my voice was being heard. Um, Welcome in everybody. If I didn't say hello to you, welcome in. Um, so today we have Blueface. Um, and before I get started with anything, I do want to say just a couple things. For anybody that's coming in, I think it was my last live. I said that I wasn't going to be removing anybody from the chat just like for sharing their opinion. However, today this is more of a more serious topic. And I wouldn't be up here talking about it if it hadn't been confirmed already. I just want to say that. So I'm not gonna be going back and forth with anybody in the chat about whether they think anything is true or not. I have as much as I can to put the puzzle together for you guys pretty much. If you choose not to believe it, that's on you, but we're not going back and forth in my chat today about it. So if you choose to start, I'm gonna go ahead and get you up out of here. Um, so where do I want to start? We're gonna start kind of with mm, I'll say we'll go back to around like 2020 when Blueface and Chrisean first met. And a lot of this that I'm going to show you today, a lot of it has Chrisean in it because I have learned that you really can't talk about one without the other as far as like the sick stuff goes. Um, so Chrisean very much plays into Blueface's preference, and we're going to talk about that. And I am also tomorrow we're gonna go over Krishan's preferences. So I'll do a live tomorrow and we're gonna be going over Krishan too. So a lot of this stuff I didn't include certain videos, but I'll talk about them a little bit, but we'll talk about them more tomorrow because they're more so on Krishan's part. Um so I don't know if there's anybody in here from X that may remember this. But there was someone that was in the exposing Krishan community, and I haven't seen her profile in a while, and I can't remember what her name was on X. But there was a girl that while Blueface was locked up, she was coming out and she was like exposing a lot of information about what was going on while he was in prison because I want to say it was either her cousin or her brother that were locked up with Blueface. So she exposed a lot, and then also it was talked about a lot on the two other YouTubers channels that I told you about. Um, so it's multiple people putting out the same information. Um, but we're gonna go back to 2020 for a minute, and we're all pretty clear on the fact that Krishan is a federal informant, right? Put a one in the chat if you're good with that. Okay. So, um, I forgot what video it was, but we talked a little bit about how Krishan became a federal informant. So the reason that is important is because Krishan was sent to Blueface. Blueface was not necessarily, to my understanding, Blueface was not necessarily the intended target, but he was the weakest link in the group and he would be the easiest to manipulate, right? So Krishan had to learn all his preferences basically, and she played into that, right? So we're gonna talk about that. Um, like I said, I try not to do too much as far as like um sharing other people's information, but more so like what's been left on my page or like things that are already public for everyone to see. So I did a post I want to say this was sometime last year. I want to say it was last summer. Cuz this information has been out for a minute. So this was left on one of my posts and it says she calls him daddy because he likes little girls, and now that he's been doing his thing in the pen. He probably likes little boys too. That's why she has a pacifier, and that's why Blue made a video post saying Journey is his number one. He did that because Chrisean is in competition. So I wanted to put this up first because we're gonna kind of work off of this today and kind of break it down a little farther from there. So if anybody watched Blue Girls Club and y'all remember on Blue Girls Club, Chrisean always had this pacifier in her mouth. This was before Chrisean had the pacifier chain or anything like that. She had a pacifier. And so here she is. And if y'all remember, she always, 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 always had this pacifier in her mouth. So the reason Chrisean was sent, she learned all his preferences, everything like that, right? And she played into it. That's been the thing the whole time. So I'm gonna play. Let me see. I'm gonna play. We'll start with. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I want to say it was 2022. Chrisean and Blueface got into a fight, and Chrisean ran off with Blueface's phone, and he basically, well, not basically, he did tear the door down, and then he ripped Chrisean's hair out trying to get the phone away. Now, the common narrative back then was that that was done. Blueface did all that because um, he had gay porn in his phone. And while I believe that's true, I also think that he had other stuff in his phone that he did not want Chrisean to see, even though she already knew because the government told her. Um, I can't help but to think that he had that stuff in his phone too. So here's the video that I'm gonna let y'all watch it, and then we'll come back up in a minute and talk about it.
This is out of hand at this point. Chrisean took Blueface's phone, tried to go into the bathroom, and he busted that door down. He posted the aftermath on his stories. Here's the bathroom door split in half on the ground. And he pulled her hair, and now she has a bald spot on the back of her head. She took to Twitter and said that bald spot ain't anything for real. Nobody heard about a patch of hair. It'll grow back. Blueface is the best person in the world. I really don't trust anyone but him. I'm sure by now
So as y'all can see, Blueface tore the door down and tore her hair out to keep her from exposing whatever was on that phone. Um I really truly believe that there was kid stuff on that phone. I don't think it was just simply um gay porn. I really don't. Um however, let me see. We'll go to Blueface's and Chrisean's kind of I guess I'll say a history with their kinks kind of. We'll just take a look at it real quick, and then I'll just play a few clips and then we'll talk about them.
Put it in there, all the stuff. She pulled down rocks and gumballs and the shit fell right out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very rough, gang. Like, trust me, we tried to fix it. We gave her a denture. She lost the denture every time. They said we could screw one in there, that'll be permanent. That motherfucker fell out the second day. And then we just like, all right, man, like, honestly, I think it's adorable. I think you look like a little fifth grader or something, you know? She's a rough.
With Blueface face on it.
My problem child is back.
I just want my tooth, okay?
I told
then
y'all.
we can put it back in. I couldn't keep it
y'all
in.
Catch her.
Dr. Trevor gonna get.
So I'm gonna actually stop right here before I play the next videos. So y'all can hear Blueface say that he thinks it's adorable that Chrisean walks around with this missing tooth. And if y'all have been around long enough, you know that every time Chrisean is with Blueface, or especially back around the time she first lost her tooth and she started her whole journey with like getting a new tooth and stuff like that, every time she would leave Blueface, she would put the tooth back in But then as soon as she gets back with Blueface, or she's trying to send out like a smoke signal to Blueface, like, hey, I'm ready to come back home, she conveniently loses her tooth. So this video was her at Dr. Trev's. And I don't know if you guys remember this situation, but it was surrounding this video. Blueface got mad that Chrisean put her tooth back in. She got mad that she put her tooth back in, even though it had his face on it. He didn't like it, right? So these next few videos that I'm gonna play are a couple. Well, actually, I think I just have one, and then we'll stop again. Um, Here we go.
Been on.
I did it for you, Blue. Took the tooth out.
Ever since she got that tooth, been on. Been on.
I did it for you, Blue. Took the tooth out.
Ever since she got that tooth, been on.
So as y'all can see, Blueface put up and this video that I showed of Blueface talking about her tooth, that was not all that happened, and I couldn't find the post from around that time. But Blueface, I wouldn't say he was crashing out about it, but he wasn't happy that she put her tooth back in. And so if you guys ever hear like anybody saying like Bluetooth or anything, this is where that originated from, because she quite literally had a picture of Blueface on her tooth. Um, and he didn't like that. He just didn't like the fact that she had a tooth in her mouth. She needed to take it back out. So let's pause for a minute. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments. Hello, everybody that came in. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I believe it was child or gay corn, maybe both. Yeah, I think it was both. I'm not gonna say that there wasn't any gay corn in there, because I believe Blueface is gay as well. Well, I don't believe there. It's been confirmed. And he also has been soft launching it for a minute. However, I don't think he would have did all that just about the gay thing. Because I think he himself would have found a way to flip it around instead of tearing a door down about it and ripping her hair out. Word on the curb, Blueface was getting turned upside down when he was in lockup. He liked that. You look at his, yeah, that's what I mean when I say it's been confirmed. If y'all don't know, Blueface was actually getting torn up in prison, and word on the street is that he was enjoying it. So it wasn't like it was an SA situation or anything like that. They said Blueface was doing his thing in prison. They said he loved it in there. We'll talk about that another day, though. He was mad when he tried to fix her tooth, or remember she ripped it out because she was at, yeah. The tooth was like a chess piece or something like that. Like if she I don't know, it was very weird. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. It's crazy that like stuff like this, like so many people don't pay attention to at all, because to me, I never understood why a grown man was like running around with um a woman that has a missing tooth. But you kind of got to put the pieces of the puzzle together too with everything you know. Um mm, that's why the Fed sent her to Blue, because she looks like a little boy. Uh You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know if that's the exact reason, but I wouldn't be surprised. Welcome in, everybody. Yes, he's gay. Perfect combination, the two sickos. Yeah, both of them feed off of each other's bullshit. And like I said, we're gonna get to Chrisean tomorrow, but both of them are just as sick, because Chrisean has her own allegations and she has her own things that have been leaked on the internet too. So like I said, we can't talk about one without the other. I knew he was, I knew when I knew they was tapping that ass. He was loving every minute of it, supposedly. They said he was in there moaning. I don't know how, I haven't seen the videos, but multiple people saying the same thing. I kind of got to believe it, you know. There's a video of him in prison on the top bunk taking it in. Yeah, and then I heard about the one where he's in a chair, like, he's upside down in a chair and somebody's pounding him out, like, I've I've heard about a few of the videos. I'm surprised they haven't leaked yet, actually, to be quite honest. Um, his interviews with Jason Lee always looks like they're flirting. Yeah, they have him and Jason Lee have a really good relationship. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if him and Jason Lee have a relationship behind the scenes at all. Not at all. They're always flirting. And then if y'all remember the interview he did with Jason Lee, what was it, a couple months ago or something like that? Where he was like, "You don't make us feel safe to come out," or something like that. Um, like he was letting his man know, be more gentle with me. Um, Let me see. I can't wait until they leak. I don't know if I want to watch them, y'all. I might go take a little peek when they leak, but and then y'all remember when Blueface first got out and he had those like those light brown pants on or whatever while he was boxing, and it had that big ass leakage stain on the back. Blueface's shit is blown out. And it like everything is aligning and making sense for real. Um yep, he's little he's getting a little apricot toss, and that's also why he got all those tattoos as well. He says in an interview that he didn't like his face. Yeah, Blueface is lying about that too. He definitely was forced to get those tattoos. Um, as narcissistic and vain as he is, he would never just put all those tattoos on his face like that. He was forced to get those tattoos. We'll go down that road one day too, maybe. He said that little white boy that yeah, he said little Mabu owed him some butt. Mind you, Mabu was only 17 at the time as well. So PDF comments that he was making back then. If you guys remember, Krishan Rock made a song about Blueface with Gloss Up. Her ex bestie was in the video. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, us. And then he tried to kinda, like, correct it really quick too, I think. Men that are overly sexual and always emphasizing that they're not gay and really disrespectful towards women are usually in the closet. Yeah, and that's the thing that a lot of people miss is that even, like, when you have a man that's, like, the biggest hoe ever, right? They usually at least have, like, one main, and that main is put on, like, a pedestal. Like, even if they cheat, they still put this woman on a pedestal, right? And Jaidyn's fans like to make her think that that's her, and Jaidyn has convinced herself that that's her, but it's not. And it's not Nevaeh, it's not Chrisean, it'll never be any woman because Blueface does not like women. If you are not a man or a child, you're not getting put on a pedestal. And we're gonna take a look at who Blueface puts on a pedestal later on in the video, but I think that's the answer for him, who we're gonna look at later on in the video. Let me read a few more comments. Yes, like the video, like the live. I believe him and Jason did something. Jason said he doesn't out people, so he may feel safe with him. Yeah, I think that too. I definitely believe that him and Jason have had some sort of a relationship going on. They might just be sneaky links. I don't know. Every once in a while they do something. It might be something consistent behind the scenes. I don't know. But I know Jason loves him some Blueface, and it seems like Blueface loves him some Jason. So um, I believe he was forced. Yeah, he was forced. So when he comes out and he tries to tell that story like, "Oh, I just didn't like my face anymore." That's bullshit. Nobody's just putting tattoos all over their face just because they allegedly don't like their face anymore. Um he looks like a completely different person now. Yeah, Blueface's time in prison was not I think the only thing he enjoyed was the fact that he was just getting tossed up in there pretty much. But besides that, Blueface went through a lot while he was in prison. So I Blueface likes to tell a lot of stories, like a lot of lies about his time in prison and make it seem like he just like sat down and did his time like a gangster. Nobody did nothing to him. Blueface got fucked up in prison. Fucked up. So it is what it is. So is it true he got a tap for every dude that heck? I don't know about that. I don't I don't know about that part, but the way they say he was fucking in there, it might be true. Because they said everybody was getting some. They said allegedly, I wasn't there, but word on the streets that they said it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, and they were passing Blueface around like a blunt. That's what they said. I wasn't there. I don't know, but that's what they said. Um, as a rock, and a rock is nasty because she kept. Yeah, she's definitely a PDF. Like I said, Chrisean has all kinds of allegations herself, including incest allegations. So she's gonna be a whole different video, but we will get to it. Jaidyn looks like a British man. Moni, didn't I just say a few minutes ago I'm not going back and forth with nobody today? I think I said that. I said I'm not going back and forth with nobody today. All this stuff has been proven. You saying it's no proof of Blue messing with a man. Meanwhile, there's a whole catalog of videos of him getting his shit pounded in prison. So what do you mean? You need to stop the rumors. Moni, you're about to get blocked. This is your one and only freebie for the day. I'm not gonna lie. I said today I'm not going back and forth in the chat. Everything that I'm talking about has already been proven. And I don't know how you want me to prove it. Do you want me to like somehow post videos of Blueface getting fucked on my YouTube channel? Because that's not gonna happen. So let's relax. If you want to be in here, just listen to the live, but calm down. I'm not everything I say on my channel. For some reason, you have to negate it. If I say Karlissa is a bad grandma, oh, she's not a bad grandma, even though she proves it all the time. Now you sitting up saying that Blueface hasn't been with a man, even though he has been soft launching it for a minute. Every time he's linking up with other niggas, he's asking other grown men if they'll fuck another man. Straight men don't do that. I don't know who you've been hanging out with, but straight men do not do that. So let's just relax, Moni. If not, you gonna get up out of here today. I promise you. Whack is sus too. Yeah, and you know they said before that Whack had they actually had, I don't remember if it was a video or a picture where Whack was laying on the bed, tooted up or whatever. Blue said he was in prison where they didn't allow that on stream the other day. He was in a prison where they didn't know. Are you talking about his activity? New subscriber, thank you. Jason they love each other. They really love each other. It's a lot of women that hates Rock but love Blue. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like they're the same person basically. You can't talk about one without the other. They're both into the same shit. They play into each other's fantasies and stuff like that. But yeah. He does not move like a straight man at all. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying when Moni is in here talking about there's no proof of him sleeping with other men, you don't have to see a video. You can look at his behavior. What grown straight man do you know is sitting down asking somebody if they would fuck Saucy Santana or not? And telling other grown, and not even a grown man, telling a 17-year-old Jewish boy that he owes him some butt and all kinds of other shit. I want y'all to realize, and Moni, I'm specifically talking to you, right? Just because you don't think that something is happening, it doesn't mean that it isn't. And these allegations, they don't just come up out of nowhere. For instance, right? Perfect example. There's been accusations and talk and rumors about Shannon Sharp being gay for the longest, for years now. And didn't it just get exposed yesterday by Tasha K that he was up in the hotel room making porn with other men? So, I mean, these allegations, they really do not just come out of nowhere. Wasn't when Diddy is locked up right now for years and years and years, we were hearing about all the stuff that Diddy is into on the back end and nobody believed it. But then all of a sudden here he is indicted and in jail. Like we really gotta think sometimes. That's why I'm here. The purpose of this live is for me to put the pieces of the puzzle together for y'all. And everybody that missed Blueface's behavior and stuff like that, this shit is nothing new. And multiple people have already came out and confirmed it. So there's really not too much arguing about it, especially when his behavior is pointing to that the allegations are true. Let me read a couple more and then we'll move on. Did you see Jason Leon, Jenny Jones? Oh yeah, I actually made a post about that on Twitter. And I said that the reason Jason loves Blue is because Blue acts exactly like Jason did when he was younger. just running around woman to woman. No woman satisfies him at all. And I'll remove myself because you're a sick motherfucker lying on people. Oh, because you know Blueface, right? Who's miserable? You sit up in my live. This is the 4th live that you set up in, just running your fucking mouth, and everything that I say, you gotta negate it. Every fucking thing that I say, oh, that's not true. Why the fuck would I be sitting up here making this shit up about these people? And I'm the first one to be like, if something's not true about somebody, then I say it's not true and that y'all are just making up rumors. The first one to do it. You sit up in my live every day for no fucking reason. Please remove yourself and don't come back. Straight like that. I got something for you, Moni.
They pay for me, no.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
I'm not doing that with y'all at all. Do not come back to my live at all if you're still in here, because I didn't remove you yet, but you said you're leaving. So do not come back to my shit at all. Every day it's the same shit. Here, I'm gonna give y'all a commercial break real quick. And let me go turn my air on, because Moni done pissed me off a little.
All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes.
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Why is this funny?
Okay.
Alright. But,
Say that again.
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here.
So if we have to take any more commercial breaks today, this is going to be y'all commercial break for the day. So y'all know every live I give y'all a video to watch in case I gotta go in the back or something like that. But this is going to be it for today. And I want,
All right, come
hold
on.
on a second.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes.
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully?
Y'all see how delusional Chrisean is? Like she really took a deep breath, like this was like a serious wedding or something like that, and she was just so overcome with emotions. That's why this clip is so funny to me, because at one point she was extremely delusional. She swore she had hooked Blue in for real and that they were going to get married and they were just going to have a beautiful life together. Like, let me run it back one more time and then we're going to get back to the content.
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
What the fuck are you
Wedded
crying?
husband. Take this man to be your lawfully wife.
Yes.
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully?
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
Bitch, please. All right, y'all, let's get back to the business at hand. Where were we at? So we talked about Chrisean. Well, we talked about Blueface and how we thought it was cute that Chrisean was running around without a tooth. I'm gonna play a couple other videos that kind of show Chrisean playing into his fetish or whatever, and then I'm gonna come back up.
Been on.
I took the tooth out for Blue. I told her, excuse me, it's my baby daddy birthday.
There you go.
In 30 minutes in LA. I love you, baby daddy. I like that. That's it, mommy. I love you, baby daddy.
We be straight.
His name is Jonathan.
We be straight.
I can't wait till his dick reaches back in my throat.
Huh?
Speedy, why you over there?
What?
I'm not
The hood? I know Boosie paid though. Why gotta keep growing? What, make them more balder? Daddy, why is my glass here?
You see? You want more ball?
Huh? Yeah. What should I do? More ball?
It's pretty ball.
Pretty ball. Alright, not that ball. I was playing.
Yeah, you want this part dark, right?
Maybe this part, not this part.
I'm gonna leave it dark. That's just like, make it look more natural. Got a lot of shit.
So this last video I just played, this isn't necessarily Chrisean playing into um his preferences or anything like that, but it's just showing how like they would really destroy each other and then try to like repair each other basically. Like that's how locked in they are. They feed into each other's fetishes, they destroy each other, and then they try to like repair the evidence afterwards. Cause do y'all remember when Chrisean busted Blueface in the head with the Hennessy bottle and then she tried to vacuum the glass out with the vacuum cleaner? Like this is giving that same thing. Blueface ripped her braid out, fucked her scalp up so bad to the point that she had alopecia, and then he would have to keep shaving it down for her because it wasn't growing in correctly. Like I swear you can't make this shit up. Like these are two crackheads together for real. Let me read a few more comments and then we're gonna move on to basically present day pretty much. Um Jonathan looked healthier here. Yeah, he did. And also too, a lot of stuff that happened to Blueface in prison, a lot of it is because of shit that Chrisean has going on the back end too. Because remember, I said that Chrisean has a lot going on behind the scenes, and so a lot of shit when Blueface went to prison, um, he basically had to pay for it for her, pretty much. Not all of it. A lot of the shit that happened to Blueface was his own. They were his own consequences because Blueface is also involved in a lot of shit, from my understanding, just not as much as Chrisean. But yeah, a lot of stuff that was done to him is allegedly um basically him paying the price for Chrisean. Um yeah, that's a real fetish and that people have too. Yeah. Let me see. I remember Pete Davidson faced backlash for making a PDF joke about babies. Yeah, and that's the thing is most people do. Most people can't just get up on the internet and say this stuff. And when Blueface gets up on the internet and he says like the most suspect stuff ever, for some reason, he has this whole fan base that they just, oh, that's not true. I seen this girl. I was in somebody's comments yesterday. I don't remember who it was, but I know it was on Instagram. And there was a video of how Blueface was talking about what he was going to do with his son when he turns 18 or whatever, right? And this girl's in the comments and she's like, "Oh, he was just playing, y'all." Like as if you really make jokes about stuff like that. Stuff like that isn't funny to anybody. I just don't get it at all. Um he probably was happy as hell he shaved her head with the corn. Yeah. Make her look closer to a little boy. She looks like Charlotte at 20. Yeah, Chrisean looks a lot like Charlotte. I always call her Charlotte Jr. Chrisean got Chrisean Jr. and that's Charlotte Jr. right there. That's her wish because both of them came from sexual abuse. The Blueface coming up was bad. Yeah, I've talked about it a few times and nobody's confirmed it yet, but I thoroughly believe that Karlissa did something to Blueface when he was a kid. 'Cause it's just too much stuff that points to that too. Even just the way Karlissa talks about Blue, the way she talks about his penis and stuff like that. I'm like 100% positive that Karlissa did something to him too. Because Karlissa is another weird one, and we're gonna get to her too eventually. Um, I remember during all this, Jaidyn had nothing to say. She didn't have all the smoke she has now for Navaeh like she does with Rob. Yeah, Jaidyn was very quiet with Chrisean. Very quiet. And now, like I said, Jaidyn has a battery in her back, and now everything a lot of times it seems like Nevaeh doesn't even say anything to Jaidyn first. She doesn't say anything to or about Jaidyn, but somehow Jaidyn has all this smoke for Nevaeh, and like we talked about, she likes to sit in that room with Pumpkin and just say whatever about Nevaeh. And that's her thing now. And it's very confusing as to how Chrisean did all she did and Jaidyn just sat quiet the whole time. A lot of people pick me and male centered females. That's why I left a lot of groups. Yeah, and a lot of it that really is a lot of it. Because even the people that hype Jaidyn up to make her think that she's winning whenever she's with Blueface and it's her turn. I don't get how y'all look at that and y'all are like, yeah, she's winning. And then with Blueface too, it's oh well, he didn't do anything. He was just kidding. That's not what's going on with him. And it's like y'all don't know this man. This man treats women like shit. Like, what are y'all looking at about him as like a redeeming quality that you think that you have to defend him even when he's very clearly wrong? I will never understand that. Fan base loves to say y'all taking it out of context. A fan base loves to say y'all taking it out of context as if they didn't just flat out say it, just like Dre when he said his mom caught him with that nasty shit. Yeah. I The way people make up excuses for these people is just beyond me. It really is. I was thinking one day, and if there hadn't have been like so many people that have died during this whole circus thing, because y'all know of like 3 of Krishan's victims, but there's other things that go on behind the scenes. And if so many people hadn't have like passed away during this stuff, I really would just think it was a big ass social experiment. Just to see who has any discernment, who has any common sense, who has the ability to just not be completely fanned out and just look at stuff and be able to take it for what it is instead of making excuses for their quote favorite celebrities, basically. Because like I said before over here, there's no difference between us and these people except for their occupation, and that's it. They get seen on the internet. We're regular people. We go to work every day. They play on the internet every day. That's it. And these people, a lot of these people that are so fanned out, they act like this stuff doesn't exist. Like there's not hundreds of thousands or if not millions of people in prison right now for being pedophiles. What do y'all think about it's like so special about Blueface that he wouldn't be on the same type of time? Just because he's on the internet and y'all think he's funny and whatever else, that doesn't disqualify from anybody from being a weirdo. Just like when I talk about Chrisean being a killer, how many women are in prison right now for killing people? Y'all think because Chrisean is on the internet, that disqualifies her? There's women sitting in prison right now for abusing their kids, killing their kids, everything else. And y'all think Chrisean is disqualified from being a child abuser for what? Even though, like, how many times have we seen Junior with unexplained lumps and bruises all over him? And he can't move around or really do anything for himself. So how is he, getting hurt like that? Why do he be having black eyes and lumps on his head and stuff like that? People don't think about stuff like that. They just want to be fanned out for whatever reason. Too fanned out to function at this point. Just like Moni was just in here. Oh, you don't know. There's no proof that Blueface was da 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 da. Okay. So when the video comes out and you see him getting fucked, what are you gonna say then? Well, I don't get it. Let's move on though. Here, y'all, take another commercial break. I gotta go get a video and I'll be right back.
Guys, it's just funny.
Okay.
All right. But
Say that again?
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You may kiss the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here. All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You may kiss the bride.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes.
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Why is it just funny?
Okay.
Alright. But,
Say that again.
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You may kiss the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here.
Okay, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the current allegations against Blueface and like the two things that inspired this live. So first we're gonna talk about the comments Blueface made when he was with Adrian Bronner and I think his name is Dean.
I've been wiping you all these damn years.
Yeah. I was supposed to shit for 22 years, nigga. How you get nigga? Well, my son turned 18, nigga. I'm getting a prostitute, and we fucking her together, nigga. This bitch,
I've been wiping you all these damn years.
yeah. I was supposed to shit for 22 years, nigga. How you get nigga? Well, my son turned 18, nigga. I'm getting a prostitute, and we fucking her together, nigga. This bitch,
So I feel like there's a lot to unpack with this video. Just in itself, by itself, it's extremely weird, it's disturbing, and it's concerning. And for me, once again, we're gonna talk about Jaidyn being goofy because I don't understand how Jaidyn sees shit like this on the internet and then she's posted up with this nigga. They out having fun in the arcade and all this shit, and you saw this man sit online and say that for your son's 18th birthday, he was gonna get a prostitute and fuck her with your son, and that doesn't concern you at all. Like and then right, we talked about last week about how a video had came out and Javon was telling Blueface that his friends at school are scared of him and his friends at school also basically keep up with Blueface and his drama. So it's being talked about to Javon by his friends at school already. Y'all don't think that this is gonna like have any effect on Javon at all? Like his friends aren't gonna be asking him why his dad is saying that he wants to have basically a threesome with a prostitute when he turns 18? So if he's saying shit like this, that means he's having these thoughts about his own son. This nigga just said that he's having thoughts about having sexual intercourse involving his son, and y'all are sitting up making excuses for him and talking about he's just playing. This nigga is disgusting. This is straight up predator behavior. And how anybody is sitting up making excuses for this nigga, especially women, mothers, y'all are insane. Like y'all really are the type of bitches that will get your kids molested because you want to sit up and, oh, he would never do that. I don't think he would do that to my kids. He looks too good to be doing that. He doesn't look like the type. That's y'all. But y'all hear this nigga saying that he wants to participate in sexual activity with his son, and y'all are making excuses about it. I don't fucking understand it. Let me go through some of these comments real quick, and then we're gonna move on to another huge issue that I have with shit that Blueface is doing right now. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's truly disgusting. And how anybody listens to that and, oh, he's just playing. No, you don't say shit like that. I've never heard nobody say nothing like that about their own child. And it's not even like he said, like, when my son turns 18, I'm gonna get him a prostitute. Because that in itself is still like, why do you feel the need to do that? You know what I'm saying? But I would even though I don't like it, and to me it's still disgusting, it would have still been less than him saying that he's gonna get a prostitute for his son and that they're gonna fuck her together. There's a whole lot wrong with that. Bro never gave her a car, that was a rental. Oh, Bino. Oh. Yeah. Um, let me see. What I'm talking about. Oh, I'm about to get to Nevaeh too. Nevaeh is next on the docket. Mm, we can hear that he's the type, little wise monkeys and all that. Yeah. I There's nothing about Blueface to me, like, even, like, back when I was younger before I ever got married, there's not a single thing about Blueface that would, like, not set up a red flag for me. Like, there's nothing about the way he operates that says grown man. This is somebody that you should be trusting around your kids. This is someone that you should trust. Like I said about Chrisean, Blueface really doesn't have any redeeming qualities. But like I said, people think he's funny, basically. He's funny, he's charismatic, so he couldn't possibly be a weirdo. When a lot of times that's exactly what allows him to be able to reach out to his victims as a weirdo, is that he's funny and he's charismatic. Like, people don't know this stuff for some reason, or they just choose to ignore it. Jaidyn's an idiot, absolutely. Like, all Jaidyn gets to see all the red flags all the time, and she just ignores it. And then for some reason, she's sitting up online like, "Oh, what happens when I want my nigga back? I'm about to take my nigga back." Like, Jaidyn, it's your man is not a flex at all, at all. You be arguing with the next bitch about a nigga who is just disgusting. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Let me go through a few more comments. Yeah, Dre has came out and revealed some stuff before too. Um, Blueface probably was touched as a child. That's why he's so damn weird and hates women and acts like that. Yeah, I definitely think that Blueface was touched. I don't, and I think we've talked about before, Karlissa walked so Chrisean could run, because 'cause they're similar in a lot of ways, and I think in a lot of ways too, that's also why Blueface, not just because Chrisean was absolutely paying Blueface, and that's why he stayed around for a while, right? But I think a lot of reason why he could continue to tolerate her is because, number 1, she reminds him of Karlissa, and then number 2, she feeds into his preferences, and she acts extremely stupid for him, and she does whatever he wanted, all that. All that. He gave his whole entire life up for that. Um, Jaidyn is lost. She really needs to start praying because that little girl has evil in her already, cursing like it's cute. Yeah. Nobody nobody in this is worried about the kids. I feel like with all the women, right? It's all about Blueface. Their whole world revolves around Blueface. Just like Jaidyn, she's absolutely lost. Um, and I don't want to get too deep into Jaidyn because I already did a 3-part series on her or whatever. But Jaidyn has to know that Blueface is not going to always be around and that she needs to start focusing on other shit. Because, like I talked about before, I don't even think that he's going to be around to see Javon's 11th birthday. And whether that's hell or jail, he's not going to always be around. So, the way Jaidyn bases her whole personality off of Blueface, basically, and uh, now it's Nevaeh and sitting in a stream talking about bullshit all the time, you gonna have to figure out some other stuff in life. I just don't I really don't like how, like, it's like her children always come second and Blueface and his bullshit are first, when she should absolutely be more worried about her children. Because truthfully, she doesn't need to have her children around Blueface or Karlissa. So is Ted Bundy. Absolutely. There's so many different serial killers and rapists and everything else. And at one point, nobody knew that they were on their bullshit either. But shit happens. Not everybody is nice, and we don't live in a utopia. Not everybody has morals. Not everybody just has pure intentions. And for some reason, people think that just because you're on the internet, that that doesn't apply to you. And I don't know why, because there's nothing good that we see from this circus shit at all. We see Blueface exploiting children, we see him exploiting women, um, passing himself around. He's admitting that he doesn't get tested for STDs, and he just, as long as Nevaeh comes home with a clean bill of health, he's okay. There's a fucking almost 3-year-old special needs child that's being played with. The paternity is being played with. Everybody is lying about it. He's being neglected and abused. You got a 3-year-old child that went from videos being posted of her knowing her letters and numbers and colors and animal sounds and shit, to now she's on the internet cussing now that her grandma and her dad are back in the picture, exploiting the fuck out of her. You got a 9-year-old boy that's running around telling his mama freak you and I hate you and stealing $500 from her like he's a fucking junkie. There's nothing good that's coming out of this shit at all. So when people sit back and they start arguing about these people being sick, what is so hard to believe about it when they're not displaying any good behavior in the first place? Nobody's enlightening anybody. Nobody's dropping wisdom. Nobody's acting like they have any wisdom. Like I said, chains are being lost, lawsuits are being lost, they're going broke. That's for a reason. I don't understand what's so hard to believe about all this stuff. These people are not angels, and they never act like they are. So when real shit comes out about them and real accusations start being put out, and we're arguing in the comments talking about they would never do that. What do you think? What are they displaying that would make you think that? Terrible ass behavior? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Karlissa always has some kids. Yeah. Yeah, she does. And the only reason she has them all the time is because she likes to put them on camera. That's it. Because y'all got to remember, Karlissa was always a starving artist, basically. Like I talked about before, about her and her little extra movie roles or whatever, right? Karlissa could never make it. And that's why she always wants to talk about, when it comes to like Blueface and Dre, oh, well, I took them to auditions and I did this, that, and the third with them. Okay, but look how they all turned out. You got Dre that's been in and out of prison, a gangbanger, all kinds of mental health issues, crazy as hell. Even though he tells a lot of truth, he is crazy as hell. You got Callie that's a glorified prostitute, hasn't accomplished anything in life. And then you got Blueface, a washed up rapper, ain't done nothing but since 2020, but get online and show his ass and say all kind of crazy shit, disrespect people here and there. Karlissa didn't give birth to any stars. While she wants to run around calling herself the Black Kris Jenner, no ma'am. No ma'am. At least Kris Jenner's kids, at least they're successful, at least they have money, you know? Even if they don't have any talent. They don't have any talent, but they got a bag. Blueface don't have no bag or no talent. Neither do the other two. So what exactly did you do that was so great, Karlissa? And then Karlissa, hold on. Danger? Who are you talking to? Washed up rapper, but got more money than you by far. Ha! So you say, right? Washed up rapper, but 20 million in debt. I'm not 20 million in debt. I'm not 20 million in debt, and I can make some shit move. Blueface can't. But I got something for you though, Danger. Don't worry about it.
For me, no.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get you up out of here, Danger. Ain't nobody going back and forth about no broke ass Blueface. Like I said, that nigga is broke, and nothing you can say can change it. You can dick eat all you want. The nigga is broke. Broke. Sitting up here trying to call me broke. I'm not the one trying to figure out how to keep the lights on and got to put everybody to work, including my kids, so I can keep the fucking lights on. Nigga putting a camera in his kid's face just so he can get a bag off it. And you want to sit up here and talk about he got more money than me? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's move on. Let me read a few more comments and then we're going to get to Nevaeh. First thing saying she's a Black Kris Jenner. Here's all I need to know. Yeah, Karlissa, I always say that you really can tell that Blueface is Karlissa's son, because they're both narcissistic and they live in this state of delusion that like basically a state of delusion of grandeur. Basically, they both think that they're better than what they are. Um, do you need a mod? Yeah, I'm gonna do this live, and then since we're almost done with this live, I don't have too much more. I think the next live I'm gonna choose a few mods. Mm-mm-mm. Who cares about his money? He's trying exactly. And that's the thing is that a lot of these people, right? I feel like in the Black community, especially, we have a very poor mindset. And so people think that the only way you can have money is if you're seen on the internet or if you're seen on TV. And then people think that because you have money, that cancels out the fact that you could possibly be or you are a bad person. It's like if people see that you have some sort of notoriety, even if it's just for being like a piece of trash, they think that that cancels out the fact that you're a bad human being. Because why the fuck would I'm sitting up here like basically explaining how this man is a pedophile, and I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle to the get together, right? And there's somebody in the comments talking about money, as if money changes the fact that the nigga likes kids. Isn't the Epstein files a big thing right now? That man had plenty of money. It didn't change the fact that he still liked kids. It didn't change the fact that they were over there eating kids. Like, what are we talking about? Nobody give a fuck about no money when you're a fucking weirdo. Let me see. Definitely like Kris Jenner. Karlissa, and we'll get to Karlissa one day because she pisses me off. She's one of the main ones that really irritates the fuck out of me. Very sus. Driving a regular car and owning 15 properties is actually exactly. And I talked to you guys on a live before about investing and stuff like that. And I told y'all that I would be willing to do some lives talking about investing. There's a million ways to get a bag. There really is. Just because you're not on TV or on the internet, that does not mean that you don't have money. There are people right now that never, they never been on the internet. They never been rich. They never been famous. And they live an extremely comfortable life just because they were in the military before. There's a million ways to get a bag. Just because you're not on TV or on the internet, that doesn't mean you don't have money. And if we really want to talk about it, a lot of these people that are on the internet and on TV, and they always showing off how much money they have and making their pregnant girlfriend count out $100,000, a lot of them really don't have money and they're struggling in real life. Just like the nigga that's 20 million in debt, but making his girlfriend count out $100,000 on stream. Right? The same one that he lost the lawsuit to Soulja Boy's baby mama, but he's online trolling her. Oh, I can pay the rent for you. You still owe her money. You should be paying the rent. The fuck? There is nothing special about Blueface. I don't understand what the hype is. I really don't. Broke as hell, running around here showing stacks of money, and the fucking money is leaving as fast as he gets it. So is he really wealthy? He don't even own the fucking restaurant. He's a managing partner. What are we talking about? Y'all cannot sit up here and ever talk to me about somebody has more money than you and da 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 da. I actually come from money, so I know what real money looks like, and I'm gonna call it out every time. I'm a broke ass nigga, $20 million in debt, and you calling me broke. Okay. Anyway, let's get to Nevaeh.
Doing that. Sit down.
No,
no, you're doing too much. You're gonna chill. That ain't no dance disco time on him. Chill. No, you're gonna watch TV. You're gonna watch TV with me. No, you're not doing that. Sit down. No, you're doing too much. You're gonna chill. That ain't no dance disco time on him. Chill. No, you're gonna watch TV. You're gonna watch TV with me. You're not doing that. Sit down. No, you're doing too much. You're gonna chill. That ain't no dance disco time on him. Chill. No, you're gonna watch TV. You're gonna watch TV with me. No.
So that's of course Nevaeh and Superior, and I couldn't find a video of this where Blueface's face wasn't completely cropped out, but I had seen one. I want to say it was the first video that I had seen of this. If you look at Blueface's face, it almost looks like he's like low-key smiling and smirking while while Superior is on his back doing all that grinding, right? And then let me say this about Nevaeh really quick, right? The reason Superior is doing all that grinding on Blueface is because he's been watching Nevaeh fuck. That's all there is to it. And we hear all these guys that have came out and talked about how Nevaeh be with them and she be dragging her son around everywhere. There's no doubt in my mind that Superior has watched that girl have sex a million times. And then the way he's always in the bed with them, I would not be surprised if they be in there doing something with him in the bed. Because why the fuck can he never? I don't know what room Superior is sleeping in, but why can he never go sleep in that room? Why is he always in the bed with them? And once again, that's not Blueface's child. Blueface don't even be having sleepovers with his own kids. So why is another man's child always in the face cuddle always in the bed cuddled up with Blueface? I don't understand that. And then let me see. Another thing that I noticed, right, about Nevaeh and Blueface and Superior is that most of the time, and I don't know, this is just from what I'm seeing as far as clips go, right? But most of the time, it seems like the stream is taking place in bed. And I really want to know why it is that camera is always set up and they're always streaming from in the bedroom. Just those three, right? Even though there's a studio in the house, I think Blue has a sitting area upstairs. There's a kitchen that they can go kitchen table that they can go sit at. They can go sit on the couch. All kinds of places where they could go sit and stream as a little family. But for some reason, they are always in the bed with this fucking camera on, right? And then, so here's a video, and I just searched like Blueface. I think I searched Blueface and Nevaeh or Nevaeh's son or something like that. And the majority of the videos that come up of them on stream are of them laying in the bed together. The majority of them are them in the bed. Why is that? It's either them in the bed or Blueface picking the little boy up and holding him. They face to face everything. You got him sitting on his shoulders. He always rubbing all over him. Like this video right here.
I got clear up. It's starting. I can raise him. Oh, here. It's a mess. What the? Oh, I can't try again. Oh, what the? What? I'm stuck. Hey, you.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah, my hair's a bucket.
Okay. Who did your hair?
Mommy.
Oh, mommy did your hair?
Mm-hmm. You're black. You're black. Oh,
Did your hair pretty nice?
Yeah. My mom was my hair. Oh,
did you cry?
No. I didn't cry.
Yes, he did.
No, I didn't cry. I was a baby.
You not a baby?
Yeah. I didn't cry.
You a big boy?
Yeah.
Only babies cry when they get their hair done?
Yes. I said to you, get off me, you baby head. I'm doing it. My hand. I drop.
So do y'all see like how Blueface is laid up in the bed with this little boy and he's just caressing all over him like this is his nig or something? This is so inappropriate to me, and I don't understand how anybody looks at this and it's like, oh, it's normal. This is not this man's child or anything. Why is his big grown ass laid up in the bed with this 4-year-old boy? Like he's rubbing on his feet in the beginning. Let me throw it back a little bit. You see how he's rubbing on his feet? And then it goes from rubbing on his feet. So he's playing in his hair, he's smelling his hair, and then they start holding hands and they got their hands all interlocked and shit like that. Why is this? This is straight this is predatory shit. He is grooming the fuck out this child. When do y'all ever see Blueface laid up with his own children like this? Like for real, for real. Cause then you got this comment, right? And on this caption, it says Blueface and Nevaeh's son are so close that they even sleep in the same bed. Are y'all kidding me? How is it normal for a 4-year-old boy who is not Blueface's son? How is it normal for him to be sleeping in the bed with them? I don't give a fuck if y'all want to call Blueface his stepfather or whatever the case may be. It's not normal for you to have another man's child sleeping in the bed with you. And in this video, I forgot to screen record this, but in this video, right? Superior is telling Blueface that he wants to go to his room, and Blueface is saying, no, you're going to go to my room. And so basically, even though Superior is saying, hey, I want to go to my room and go to sleep, Blueface is saying, no, you're coming to my room. For what? For what? This child that isn't yours is saying he wants to go sleep in his own room, and you're insisting that he come sleep in the bed with you. And then you got this dumbass in the comments, right? Hold on. Let me get this out of here. Blueface wants to keep Nevaeh's son safe at all costs, but it comes off as a little weird since that's literally not his kid. There is no coming off as a little weird. It comes off as a lot of weird, and this is not how you keep him safe from what? He's in the house locked up with y'all. The only person he needs to be kept safe from is Blueface at this point. What else is in there to keep him safe that he needs to be kept safe from? They're at home. There's no strangers in the house with them. It's Nevaeh, besides whoever's on the camera, basically, right? It's Nevaeh, Blueface, and Superior. And then Batman, wherever he's at, and the other dog, whatever his name is. That's it. So what do we mean, keep him safe? He can't go sleep in his own room. Is it not safe for a child to sleep in their own bed by themselves? And talking about it comes off as a little weird. No, it's a lot of weird. But these are the type of comments that I'm talking about. These are literally the type of comments that I'm talking about. Y'all see this predatory behavior, and instead of just calling it out for what it is, for whatever reason, we're making excuses about it. Boy all in the bed, Blue is rubbing him down, smelling his hair, caressing him, everything else. And then we're in the comments talking about he just wants to keep him safe. Man, please. Let me read y'all comments. And then that's all I have for y'all for this live. But I'll read the comments and we'll have a little chit chat about it. He never acts like this with his baby girl. Yeah, Blueface doesn't do all this with his kids at all. I've never seen the way Blueface is with Superior. I've never seen him really act like that with his kids. Even back when Blueface and Jaidyn first got back together and they're back in the house, and at this time Journey is already born. He wasn't even doing all this with Journey back then. Exactly. He acts like he doesn't even want to be around Javon, but can't keep his hands off Superior. Exactly. And y'all remember, right? Like, if y'all think about it, like when y'all see Javon with Blueface, they're always either in the store buying Robux or something like that, right? But like back before Blueface went to jail, usually if him and Javon would be spending time together, if they were outside of the house, they were like playing football or like tossing the ball around or something. I think they went to NBA game before, a Lakers game before, or something like that. But they were doing like normal father-son stuff together. Blueface doesn't do that with Superior. With Superior, he doesn't do any type of like activities or anything like that. He's always holding him, touching all over him. They're laying in the bed together, stuff like that. Like, I think I have another video. Actually, let me see. Yeah, this one.
Where's my drink?
I had to put up something.
Where's my drink?
I had to put up something.
Good morning, child.
Like, once again, with these fucking captions, Blueface genuinely wants to make sure Nevaeh's son feels safe. His mama is right there. How does he not feel safe when his mom is literally in the room? He doesn't feel safe, so Blueface has to cuddle with him like this is his woman or something. What the hell? Like, this is how you be laid up in the bed with your nigga. Why is he laid up in the bed with this little boy like that? And then Nevaeh, once again, like I said, she's right there, so why is she not saying nothing? I don't like none of this, like I said, and I don't understand why people are just like missing this shit and acting like it doesn't mean anything at all. Let me read a few more comments. That's why so many children are harmed all the time. Exactly. Because you have these mothers and aunties and grandmas and everything else. Oh, they wouldn't do that. They would never do that. It is perfectly fine to trust people, but you really cannot give people the benefit of the doubt when it comes to your kids or when it comes to children at all, actually. If something is happening and it's a red flag, it's usually a red flag for a reason. And as a grown woman, as a mother, sitting back and seeing Blueface operate the way he does with this little boy, it makes me so uncomfortable. So I don't know even how, like, Nevaeh sits back and she doesn't say anything about it. Almost like she's in on it too. And I don't have no information on that yet, but I'm not gonna say it's necessarily fact, but you have to really think about it. If this is that little boy's mom and all this is going on in front of her and she's seeing it on stream whenever she's not around, because like this video right here, right? Nevaeh was in the shower. So what would have happened if like the stream wasn't on or something like that, and Blue feels like he's gotten this little boy to be comfortable enough with him to the point that he could do something to him and not say anything about it. Like, cause she in the shower, but they in the bed laid up like this. He sure don't be rubbing Journey. Absolutely not. And that's the thing too, with a lot of PDFs, when it comes to topics like that, a lot of people don't realize that they won't do anything with their own kids, but they'll do it with other people's kids. So he doesn't really display this behavior with like Nevaeh and Javon. With them, it's more so I'm gonna exploit their bad behavior. But with this little boy, it's like it's a whole different dynamic going on. There's a TV in the living room. Yeah, they could do this whole stream. There's no reason whatsoever why they always need to be laid up in the bed with this little boy. Yep, he hardly talks to him, just buys him stuff and then films Journey. Yeah, that's it. And they like I said, they used to spend time together. Of course, Blueface was still outside most of the time, but he did actually used to spend time with Javon. Now it's, oh, I'm gonna just take you to Walmart and then we can go to McDonald's. Maybe we can go to the park and then I'm gonna drop you off at home. And then by the end of the night, he's back in the bed with Superior, all cuddled up with him and playing with him and doing all the extras with him, even though that's not his child. And once again, I want to repeat it again. Superior is another man's child. He has two parents. He has a father and he has a mother. So why do y'all say, because according to y'all say that he does all this because he wants Superior to feel safe. He has two parents. Why does Blueface need to constantly hold him and caress him to make him feel safe? When his number one hero should be Nevaeh and she's around him at all times. So what does Blueface need to make him feel safe about? Blueface is trying to make that boy comfortable. That's what he's trying to do. He's not trying to make him feel safe. He's trying to make him feel comfortable. It's called grooming. Let's stop with the extra delusional shit. Like, y'all see it. Y'all is right in front of your face and you're still in denial about it. Yeah, and that's the thing too. I'm not I don't think I'm off that completely. You know, I don't, like I said, the only reason why I'm not like presenting it as fact or anything like that is because I don't know enough about Nevaeh pretty much. Kind of like with Chrisean, I know about Krishan's history and I know the shit that Krishan does on her own, right? So I can speak a little bit more like factual when it comes to her. But with Nevaeh, it's like I can't be completely off of that idea either because you're right there and you're watching it. And there's no way that you don't ever think that this stuff is weird at all. Because once again, why is he always in the bed with him and why is he sleeping in the bed with them? You know, as a mother, I don't get that. Streaming is exposing everything. Absolutely. Even if we want to just talk about like Jaidyn, like I've told y'all before, I was never a Jaidyn fan. However, at one point I was rooting for Jaidyn. I never had a problem with her or anything like that. She seemed like she was the most decent one, but now that she's streaming, she's showing her hand and she's showing what a miserable bitch she is. And now I don't really, you know, I'm not really fucking with her like that. And then Blueface. Like I said, these allegations have pretty much always been around about Blueface, right? It's back at least for the past few years. And now he's on stream and he's exposing stuff. And I can't help but to think that Blueface, he knows he's exposing stuff because I think he's exploiting Superior too. But I think he's exploiting Superior in a different way than what he's exploiting mainly Journey on, but Javon too sometimes. Always in the damn bed, absolutely. I'm behind. I wouldn't even sleep with my family's kids. We aren't close like that, yet we are absolutely. Because even me, like, if my kids ever want to come like sleep in the bed or something like that, they know they got to sleep down at the end of the bed. You know, they're a little bit older now or whatever, but it gets to a point like we don't have to be up under each other like that all the time. And I'm definitely not in the bed with my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. It just gets to a point where it's weird. And especially when you're laid up sniffing, smelling hair and rubbing on feet and interlocking hands and stuff like that. And once again, this is not Blueface's child. Let me see. Wanted him to want her, but he wants her son instead. Absolutely. So like earlier when I said that it would never be Jaidyn, right? It'll never be Jaidyn. It'll never be Chrisean. It will never be Nevaeh because Blueface does not want a woman. Blueface wants a child. And I'm pretty sure at this point, right, that his preference more so leans towards boys rather than girls. Like, I really think that that's true now, especially it seems like since he's been out of prison, it's more prevalent now. Oh my God, no one cares about you. I'm done. She never fucked you. Nevaeh allows it because she wants Blueface and wants him to be Superior dad. You know, I don't want to say too much about it right now, and this isn't fact, but I feel like Nevaeh has like another I want to say, what word do I want to use? Like another plan in place. I don't even think it's all about money. I feel like something else is going on with Nevaeh that like it's a deeper thing. I don't even think that she necessarily really wants Blueface to be his dad. I think she has her own game going on. But we'll talk about that another day. Who else is in here talking crazy? Is that the comment I just put up? You probably not. You were talking to me, Christina. You really wanted some attention. I ignored you at first because I thought you were talking about something else. Oh shit, you don't know anyone, you hermit. I'd slap you if I ever seen you. God, you get on my nerves. Bitch, you wouldn't do a motherfucking thing. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all sit on the line all day and y'all got the biggest balls. Y'all got the biggest balls and you still haven't got the message that I don't know y'all and y'all don't fucking know me. Just like y'all don't know none of these fucking celebrities. You wouldn't do a motherfucking thing if you seen me in real life. Could you beat a bullet, bitch? Could you do that? Could you do that, Christina? Can't do a motherfucking... Let me get you up out of here. I'm not even gonna give you too much attention because that's what you wanted. You were sitting in here just talking. It's dummy, da-da-da-da. Christina, fuck you, girl. Hold on, I got you. Don't worry about it.
No.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
Yeah, I'll let you live for a little bit. I'm not doing all that. Y'all sit up in here caping for Blueface and da 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 da. Bitch, fuck you. Nobody give a fuck about you because you want to be so aligned with Blueface and his bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck. Y'all do not know these people at all. At all. But y'all will really get online talking about y'all will slap strangers and y'all will do this, that, and the third because they're talking about your fave. Christina, you probably got an eviction notice sitting on your counter right now. Can you call Blueface to pay it for you? Can you call Jaidyn? Can you call anybody else to pay it for you? Sitting in my comments talking all that shit. You wouldn't do a motherfucking thing if you seen me in real life. I hate you bitches so much. I really do. Y'all will do anything to like just feel a little closer to your faves, including sitting in comment sections threatening people. I'd slap the fuck out of you in real life. Okay. You say so, bitch. That's idolatry at its finest. Absolutely. Blueface's fans, Chrisean's fans, Jaidyn's fans, all of them, all of their fan bases. All it is idolatry. Just dumb. Stupid as hell. I'd slap the fuck out of you if I saw you in real life on account of who? Blueface? And then you know what he would do for you? Put you on a stroll, basically. Have you online looking stupid every fucking day? The fuck? Grown-ass woman sitting up trying to defend Blueface. Girl, please. I'm talking about this nigga touching on kids and you sitting up talking about you'll slap me in real life for speaking on it. Girl. I really can't get over how, like, when I first started doing this Chrisean and Blueface content years ago, I did not realize that there were this many people that were just completely fan the fuck out. So much to the point, like I said earlier, too fanned out to function. I never realized that there were so many people that just, they really think like threatening people and doxing people and just stalking people and all kinds of shit. They really are willing to go to those lengths for people that they literally do not know and that do not know them. Like we talked about Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate a few days ago, and bitch ruined her whole life fucking around trying to run behind Chrisean as her #1 fan just to meet her one day and find out that everything we said about her as hate pages was fucking true. And now she can't even do content on her no more because she's not welcome in that space. Like, y'all are fucking retarded, just stupid. I've never seen so many people that are just so fan the fuck out that they are willing to just get online and say whatever to whoever about somebody they don't even fucking know. Y'all are disgusting. Like, I know a lot of y'all ancestors are rolling over in their grave when they see the way y'all act on the internet about motherfuckers that don't even know y'all exist. The fuck are y'all talking about? All in my comments all the time. Y'all bringing the shit over here just like y'all do it on X all the time. You don't know what you're talking about. Chrisean would beat the fuck out of you in real life. You're broke. They have more money than you. Da 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 da. Do they? I bet if I got in a car accident right now, my car could not only be replaced, but upgraded. What happened with Jaidyn's G-Wagon that she loved so much? She loved that G-Wagon like it was another child. What happened when she went out and crashed it? Now she in what's equivalent to the Honda Civic of Mercedes because she couldn't afford to replace it. So we're doing all this playing on the internet and we can't even replace a fucking car after we get in a car accident. But y'all are on the internet telling strangers that these people got more money than them. Y'all are gonna stop playing with me, I swear. Y'all are gonna get the picture one day. Chrisean's still homeless, absolutely. How they been? And let's talk about that for a minute, right? Chrisean has been on the scene for 6 years, and what the fuck does she have now that she didn't have in the beginning when she went to Blue Girls Club? Because she don't own nothing. That fucking BMW she's riding around in with half the front bumper missing, that's not her car. She don't have a house, she don't have shit. I talked about Jaidyn before. Jaidyn been with Blueface for 13 fucking years, and that bitch don't even have a complete baby mama starter pack yet. The baby mama starter pack, at least you get a paid off car usually. And if the car ain't paid off, at least the nigga is paying for it. Jaidyn had to buy her own car. And then she's sitting over there in a rental house. Like, nothing to her name at all either. What are we talking about? Blueface ain't made no new, got nothing new. Nobody, there's no money being made for real. Like I said, people are losing chains, people are losing lawsuits. 20 million in debt. We're streaming to keep the lights on. We're exploiting children to keep the lights on. We're exploiting special needs disabled toddlers to keep the lights on. And y'all want to sit in here and sit in my comments and talk about who got money and who don't? My kids taking naps right now. Wore their stuff out at the pool. Jaden's kids probably on a camera somewhere. Let's be very fucking for real right now. I'm sick of y'all. I am. Y'all piss me off so bad. Just dumb. Let me see what else is going on in the comments, and then their ancestors aren't even watching over them. It seems like it. It really does. The way these people be out here moving, they don't have an ounce of discernment whatsoever. It seems like their ancestors aren't watching over them. You're right. You're absolutely right. I hope you're not talking to me, Miss Lash Tech. Let me see. They all need to be canceled. Absolutely. Every single one of them need to be canceled. Nobody in this circus, and like I said, we're not going to talk about Ronnie today, but Ronnie was included. Nobody that's been in this circus shit at all. I don't care how big of a role they played in it or how small. Nobody is good. Y'all are literally idolizing the scum of the earth, essentially. You got Blueface and Chrisean running around messing with kids, Chrisean into incest, murdering people. Now Blueface is involved in a murder too because he's putting money on people's heads. Like, come on. Nobody in this shit is good. You got everybody playing with a disabled special needs child. Karlissa exploiting her own grandkids, all kinds of shit. And y'all sit up and y'all defend these people? This looks good to y'all? Okay. Okay, welcome. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to. You see what's going on in here. I'm on high alert right now. You're okay though. None of them are good. Let me see. Him and Nevaeh need an interview together to explain you learn and correct behavior. He needs a real interview and psychologist present on stage and a damn psychiatrist. Yeah, I don't think that anybody in the circus would do. I don't even think that they would be even like interested in doing shit like that, because it would just be like, it would all be a game basically. Like, none of it will be sincere. Like, do y'all remember when Blueface and Chrisean were on Crazy in Love and they went to counseling session together, and Chrisean was drunk as hell. She took the bottle in the room with her. She was, I don't remember if she had drooled on herself or it was just straight up stains that she had all over her clothes. And then she was sitting on Blueface's lap while the doctor was trying to ask them questions, like stuff like that. They don't take stuff like that seriously. I just lost it. Jaidyn is apparently mostly Asian anyway. People debate if she's black, but it doesn't matter. It goes deeper than skin color. Absolutely. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to Jaidyn, they like to kind of do, like, in the black community is what we call like the one drop rule or whatever, right? Like, where if you're a little bit black, then you consider yourself to be black. I think Jaidyn does that, and a lot of people co-sign on it, and they think that like that's the end all be all basically. And that's not it. Really, like you said, it doesn't matter at all. If people are who they are, it doesn't have anything to do with like skin color or what ethnicity they claim to be. Thank you for not claiming that disgusting lifestyle for black. Yeah, I don't, I'm a person that I didn't grow up around stuff like this. I've told y'all that before. So when I look at it, it looks crazy to me. And I don't think that this is stuff that should be pushed out into the community as like a representation as to who we are as a whole. Because I've seen plenty of people in the comments, right? And they're like, oh, well, this is normal. Me and my baby daddy do stuff like this all the time, but it's not normal. And a lot of people don't get that. It's normal to have, you know, a family unit and act like a family. You don't have to do all these extras and antics. It's not normal. Like the stuff Blueface does, running around from woman to woman to woman and just getting everybody pregnant and not getting tested for STDs and being laid up in the bed with other niggas' children and feeling all over them and and putting a camera in a 3-year-old's face. And I want to say this too, right? I don't know if this is still the case, but y'all know, I want to say it, even still like a few months ago, Journey wasn't potty trained completely. Like they were working on her with it, but she wasn't potty trained completely. And for a 3-year-old that's not even potty trained to be running around talking the way she does, and we're recording it and putting it on the internet, shit like that is not normal. There's nothing about like this whole dynamic, so we're like surrounding this thing, that's normal. And people try to normalize this stuff, and I hate it so much. And that's also a big reason why I cover this content, because I don't like the fact that like so many teenagers look at this stuff and then they got parents, because I don't even feel like it's the teenagers that try to normalize this stuff. I think it's mainly their parents that are like, yeah, well, I went through this too, it's okay. And their grandparents too, because like I said, look at Chrisean's fan base. All them old ass hoes just sitting around commiserating with a 26-year-old crackhead and trying to normalize her behavior. This is not normal at all. Somehow you find blaming Chrisean for his 6 action. Everything but basic. I don't know how long you've been here, but I literally just fucking said that she, like, how long in this video was I talking about how she plays into this shit, how the FBI knows that he was sick and that she was also able to play into his preferences. And I also said that I'm doing a live tomorrow that focuses on her and how she is also just as sick. Once again, you want to sit up in here and dick eat for Chrisean. For what? That bitch's baby is barely hanging on to life. That alone should disqualify you from ever trying to defend her on a motherfucking thing. Y'all, let me get you up out of here. I'm not even gonna say nothing else to you. Want to sit up and dick eat for Chrisean like she's something special.
Please fuck me, no.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
I hate you. I hate you.
I've wasted more time than I should have on foolery in my comments today. I promise I'm working on it, y'all. They piss me off so bad. I didn't know that grown adults could be like just this fucking stupid. Yeah, Chrisean is part of the BS. Like, just like I said, Blueface doesn't have any redeeming qualities. Neither does Chrisean. She got all kinds of shit on her name. Chrisean got more shit on her name than anybody else in the circus. Child abuser, murderer, drug addict, into incest, pedophile, all kinds of shit. I said it before, there's so much shit regarding Chrisean that I don't even know where the fuck to start with her. And y'all really think y'all need to defend her. Ugh. They all one in the same. They one in the same. Exactly. You can't talk about one without the other. Let's look at it again.
All right, come on. Are we really getting married?
Yeah,
okay.
with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again. Okay.
Give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lovely wedded wife?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Where is it? Just funny.
Okay.
Right. But
Say that again?
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying?
Here.
The two sickos, one and the same. You can't talk about one without the other. That's how they get down. So if y'all are gonna get in my comments and talk about, oh, you had to attach her to this, I didn't have to do a motherfucking thing. She attached herself to it. Running around with a pacifier in her mouth, trying to appease a grown ass man who's a pedophile. Still walking around with a pacifier in her mouth because the pacifier, what's allegedly Junior's pacifier, right? We've talked about the pacifier before. That's a multi-purpose tool. That's not no pacifier for real. That's Chrisean's wire, and that's her tool for Blueface. Pop the tooth out, put the pacifier in. That's her. So when you get in my comments, oh, you had to put Chrisean in it, she put herself in it. That's her nig. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. You can't talk about one without the other. Is it true that... So I have heard that story before. It's not my information to tell. So I don't know anything about like the details of the story or like which child it was or even which sibling it was. Because it was one of her siblings' kids. So and they said, I want to say they said that she was 9 when that happened or something like that. So I don't really know, because Chrisean being one of the youngest, the only one younger than her is Petey. Basically, all her other siblings were born already. So I can't even try to like crack the code on who it is because there's so many of them. And I'm pretty sure by the time Chrisean was 9, I want to say all of her older siblings already had kids. So it's kind of hard to narrow it down. But I have heard that story, and I did hear it from somebody that does have actual information from behind the scenes. So I don't know for sure though which one it is. What altar is this, teen or feminine? I want to say it's teen, actually. I might be wrong, but cause y'all know, do y'all remember the music video where they got married? I think the song was called Dear Rock or something like that. She was doing the same thing, doing all that crying and stuff like she was truly getting married. And if y'all have kind of paid attention to like how Chrisean moves, every time like she has a new dude or whatever, she starts using their last name as hers. So she'll get on Instagram and change her last name to whatever the dude she's messing with at the time. She'll change it to their last name. And there's a picture that came out a while ago of Chrisean's, it was either her driver's license or her driving permit. And she signed it with Ronnie's last name. And you know, Ronnie was her high school sweetheart. So even back then, so I almost feel like it was the teen altar that was like whenever Blue started playing with her and doing these little marriage skits and stuff, I feel like the teen altar comes out during then. I don't know for sure, but I think so. I feel like we don't be seeing the feminine altar too much. And if y'all are wondering what we're talking about, Chrisean has 5 different mental health diagnoses, and one of them is basically multiple personality disorder. I forgot what the actual term for it is. So she does have alters that come out. So like when Chrisean is running around acting all manly and stuff, that's an alter, her masculine alter. And then she has a teen. You have the feminine, the actor, teen, feminine, actor, masculine. Then she has the religious alter. I think there's another one. I don't remember which one it is though. As a survivor, I was overly protective, even taking in 5 kids that needed a safe home. Children need to be protected, and the number one rule under exactly. I think even if kids aren't yours, I feel like if you're a normal person with a heart, you still go out of your way to protect children. And so when people are just sitting around and they're making excuses for Blueface and stuff like that, it doesn't sit right with me. because these kids are not being protected. Even if we're just talking about like Javon and Journey, I don't think that Blueface is doing anything inappropriate with them like he's doing with Superior. But at the same time, if we're going to be honest about it, they're going to suffer too from the way their parents behave. They still need to be protected from that too. I don't think any child in this is being protected. Junior definitely isn't. Junior for sure isn't. I don't think Superior is though, and I don't think Javon and Journey are either. And I don't think what's the new baby's name gonna be? Solar? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same story for him too. Went over that one. Blue gives all signs of a gay man who hates women and also someone who may touch children. Exactly. Blue has every single red flag. That's why I don't understand why people are so like against even the thought of it. Because what other behavior does he show? And like I said with the gay allegations, I forgot whoever that was in here earlier that was mad because I said Blueface was a gay man. I got a video coming on Monday. Try not to crash out. But we're gonna talk about Blueface being gay too. Because the allegations about him being gay are strong and he acts like it. Because like I said earlier, right? Most men, even if they are the dirtiest of dogs and they cheat every fucking day, they at least have one woman that they put on a pedestal. Blueface don't have anybody. Jaidyn get disrespected just as bad as every other woman in his life does. And like I said, not even the baby mama starter pack does she have 13 years later. So I once again, I don't know why anybody boosts Jaidyn's head up to make her think that she's the star of the show either. Everybody is getting treated the same. Everybody is acting weird. Everybody is on bullshit. Exactly. If y'all don't know who Billy is, Billy is a alias, but that was Blueface's man in prison, allegedly. We're gonna say allegedly, but that was Blueface's nig in prison. Supposedly he was doing him right, and supposedly, Billy was treating Blueface the way he treats his women outside, because he was letting his homies have Blueface whenever they wanted him. And Blueface, like I said, supposedly he was throwing it back, he was moaning, he was doing all the extras, he was doing it up while he was in prison, literally. So I mean. Oh, y'all swear y'all know this man, and clearly y'all don't. And there's so many people. That's the thing too, is there's so many people that have said something about this stuff on the internet. Because wasn't like y'all sit back, right? And y'all believe that Blueface was like so tough and he was really running shit in prison. Didn't somebody come out and do an interview? Like it was either like a gang member, like a Blood or a Crip or something, or he was a rapper or something like that. But I remember it was on No Jumper. They played the interview and they were talking about how Blueface wouldn't take showers, he wouldn't clean himself up. They said he was smelling like ass and bacon in prison, all the extras, right? But y'all think Blueface went to jail and he was doing something for real. There's a video of Blueface where he's on the phone with I want to say it was Nevaeh or something like that. Might have been Nevaeh. But they were on the video call or whatever, and a man walks behind Blueface's chair and he bumps into it, and Blueface looks scared as hell. He looked nervous. You know what I'm saying? That was your fave in prison. But y'all are in my comments acting like he's a like some kind of star or something. I don't understand that. And when all these allegations and like the proof to go along with the allegations come out, I'll be right here to talk about it, and I'm sure y'all will be in the back. Oh, it's AI. That's not Blue. Please. I'm going to call it right now. Y'all are going to say it's AI and say that's not him. And he would never do nothing like that. Just dumb. He was getting beat. Yeah. Blueface was getting beat up. His back was getting beat up. All that. Sucking dick, getting forcibly tattooed, all kinds of shit. That was for a reason. You know what they do to PDFs while they're in prison? Are the pieces connecting at all? Y'all think Blueface had a rough time in prison just because? No, it was for a reason. Y'all really got to pay attention to shit. The signs are everything is right there just to be put together. All y'all got to do is be real with yourselves. For real. AI, exactly like what Chrisean's fans do. Every time something comes out about her that they don't think is true, oh, it's AI. That's not Chrisean. Chrisean's fans will sit up and say that some shit is AI and that it wasn't her in a video. And then Chrisean will come out and confirm that it was her in the video and then have her own lie prepared to tell. That's how fanned out her fan base be. Just straight up lying for her. And that's how Blueface's fans are going to be too. Sure will. I don't know. I wonder who's going to expose it. But when it comes out, when those videos drop, I want y'all to know that I will absolutely be up here on this microphone and we will be discussing it. And I can't wait. Because I don't know I don't know who y'all think this nigga is and why y'all think he's like the second coming of Jesus or something like that. But he ain't shit. Just like Chrisean ain't shit, he ain't shit either. He only hit Chrisean in the back. I wouldn't be surprised because Chrisean looks like a little boy too. Built exactly like a little boy. And then she's running around with the tooth missing and all that. Blueface, before, what I really think changed for Blueface is when Chrisean got pregnant with Junior. And I think that that's also the reason why she tried so hard to abort Junior, was because it was basically going to make her becoming a mother basically made her more into a woman instead of a child. Because before that, Blueface saw her as a child, right? He said it. Let's go back and listen.
Put it in there, all the stuff. She pulled down rocks and gumballs and the shit fell right out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very rough, gang. Like, trust me, we tried to fix it. We gave her a denture. She lost the denture every time. They said we could screw one in there. That'll be permanent. That motherfucker fell out the second day. And then we just like, all right, man, like, honestly, I think it's adorable. I think you look like a little fifth grader or something, you know? She's a rough.
Like, y'all just heard him say that he loved the fact that Chrisean was walking around without a tooth because it makes her look like a little fifth grader. That's a grown man saying this. Y'all just watched a grown man say that he loved the fact that a grown woman was walking around without her front tooth because it makes her look like a little fifth grader. And then y'all know that he was fucking on this woman that was walking around without this tooth and it made her look like a fifth grader for all that time. And then all of a sudden, around the time she gets pregnant and she has a child, he really ain't fucking with her like that no more. It really ain't that serious for him to be around her no more. Okay. All y'all got to do is put the shit together. I promise. I promise. It's all right there. Y'all don't need to see a video. First of all, right? I want to talk about this. Y'all want, and I feel like we talked about this on my channel before. Y'all want to see exact proof of everything. So back when Peter put that video out, right, and it was like the beginning showed like somebody in a hotel room and they're showing around the hotel room, right? It's alleged that that video is of Chrisean slapping Junior and throwing him in the closet, right? I talked about it on X before. This was before I moved to YouTube. But there are people in the comments that were like, oh, well, we need to see. We don't know what this is. Da 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 da. And I told them what it is because the conversation had already happened in another chat, right? That this video was of Chrisean slapping Junior and throwing him in the closet. Now, who sold this video to Peter? Because if y'all missed it, right? Who sold the video was Chrisean's sibling. It was Tessa. She sold the video because she was there when it happened. Y'all remember when Tessa used to be with Chrisean all the time. When she first got out of jail and stuff like that, she was following her around from hotel to hotel, helping her with Junior. She sold that video to Peter, right? And so when we get to the topic of people saying, you don't know anything, blah, 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 it's literally her family members that are selling her information. Y'all were, when Junior's medical records dropped, y'all were saying that they were fake. How do you think those medical records got out? It was one of Chrisean's family members that sold them. They sell her information, and then y'all get up here and say that we're lying about it. It's not factual, da 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 da. Right? Everything really is right in front of y'all. And all the accusations that come out and shit like that, it's literally from people that are behind the scenes and they either have some connection to these people or they're selling each other out. Why you think Chrisean and her family be into it all the time? Chrisean knows her family be telling on her. She knows. That's why she don't have no problem crossing them out all the time. They do not like each other. Just like Blueface and his family don't like each other. Y'all notice how every time Blueface and Karlissa get into it, Karlissa will get her ass up online and just start going in on Blueface and telling his business and shit like that. They do not like each other. And anytime one tells the other one's business, now it's time to expose them. They don't operate like family. So once again, why y'all think that these people are above anything when they don't even operate like normal family members to each other is beyond me. GB Pension Jr. Look, all of them be abusing Junior. All of them. Like we talked about the other day, how Tareen would leave Junior in the house by himself while she was supposed to be watching him. She would leave him in the house by himself. There's a video where she throws him in the back seat of the car. And that's not even a fake video. Like that was on the internet for everybody to see. Threw Junior right in the back of the car like he was like a rotisserie chicken or something out the pack. Just no regard for his safety whatsoever. And they all treat him like that. But then you got Chrisean's fans that'll sit on the internet and act like her and her family are like godsends or something because they could be going to church and playing around in the pulpit. The shit is all right there. Stop letting these people fool you. Stop being all fanned out over who your fave is. All of this shit is front and center. All y'all got to do is put it together. Because even if you go to like the 2 YouTubers that do actually have like information on this shit for real, and it actually comes across their desk for them to view it, even when they put it out, they don't always just like dish everything out. Sometimes you got to put the pieces of the puzzle together yourself. And when you do, you can start going back to different situations and be like, oh, this was a part of that too. Here's another example of that. You know, you got to do some of the work yourself, of course, but it really is all there. They're demonic as fuck. Absolutely. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Some of y'all say, Journey is demonic too. A little badass girl. I thought it would be Chastity. Honestly, it did sound like Chastity a little bit, but yeah, it was supposedly Tessa. A group of abused adults. Yeah. All of these people are messed up and they're just repeating the cycle with their kids, basically. That's all. Like we talked about before, all of them. There's no difference between Blueface and Chrisean's family besides money. That's it. And the location. That's who told everybody she was nasty first. Yeah. Chrisean's family, they come out and they tell on her all the time. Chastity done dropped all kinds of tea about Chrisean. Like she was the one that told us that Chrisean used to have BV all the time and she wouldn't finish taking her medication. And she had to tell Chrisean how to like wash herself and stuff like that. And she just kept getting infections over and over again. That's Chastity that comes out with shit like that. Nobody went and just made nothing up about Chrisean. That was Chastity that said that. So when her families get up here and say it, and I see, of course, Chrisean fans in her sister's comments too, when her sisters decide to speak against her. Do you know how delusional you got to be to, as a fan, like as a complete outsider, sit up and tell somebody's sibling that they don't know what they're talking about in regards to them? Like, that's what I mean about how fanned out y'all are. I've seen so many people in Tareen's comments, Tessa, not really Tessa comments, because Tessa, honestly, her and Chrisean, they don't really be having public fallouts like that. Usually it'd be behind the scenes. But Tareen and Chastity, especially Chastity, when she get in her crybaby mode and she want to talk about the whole family and how they do her wrong and talk about how Chrisean does her wrong. Chrisean's fans be all in the comments trying to tell that girl that she's lying on Chastity and all this other bullshit. As if Chrisean ain't her sister. Like, y'all never been around Chrisean a day in y'all life, except for Hot Tea Hot Chocolate. And even Hot Tea Hot Chocolate, like I said earlier. She was around Chrisean one time and she said fuck no and got on somewhere. Like, y'all think people be lying about her for some reason. I don't get it. Too much raw dogging? Absolutely. I wanna know when I wonder when, like, the last time was Blueface wore a condom, because he strikes me as the type that don't mess with him at all. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Blueface came out and said he's only worn a condom, like, 1 time in his life, if that. I don't believe it's Tessa. Chastity needs money, so she would likely be the Chastity has exposed her too. So the video specifically was Tessa, so it was confirmed that it wasn't Chastity, but Chastity has exposed information about Krishan too. She just didn't expose that video, but she's came out and exposed information about Chastity, about Krishan too. Um, that's the wild part. Her family be telling, yeah. The majority, you know what? The majority of stuff like that I can think of off the top of my head that's like been publicly talked about Krishan from behind the scenes, it's her family that comes out and does it. It's not like Krishan's old fans or Krishan's old friends or anything like that. It's literally her family members. Even Charla, when Charla feels like playing her kids against each other, Charla will be talking crazy about Krishan sometimes. China do it. Let China not get a cash app from Krishan, and she gonna change up her whole narrative on her YouTube. Cause y'all see, right, how she switches back and forth from defending Krishan to not defending her. That's because she ain't got no cash app. So she don't have nothing to keep her going with her lies for Krishan. You know, we all literal all Johnnies. I've never heard of that. That's a new fun fact for me. I didn't know they were called that in England. Um Rock came out saying that she doesn't like condoms and she claims to be allergic to them. We're gonna talk about Krishan tomorrow because Krishan is equally as nasty as Blueface in that department as well. Y'all know we've talked about it before about her STIs and stuff. Um, but yeah, Krishan is just as nasty. Miss, I gotta get scheduled testing. Nasty. Then swing over to exact. They all have the same pattern, including Chastity. Not Chastity, uh, whatever her name is. China. McChina. Y'all remember when China got fired from McDonald's because she kept on going outside, going live about Krishan every few minutes with her blunt in her hand, just standing right in front of them people's establishment, smoking weed and talking about Krishan, and Krishan wasn't even like paying attention or socializing with her at all. Krishan does not fuck with China at all. Like, I think she just recently, like within the past maybe I want to say since around the time Ronnie passed. So maybe like the past year and a half or so. But before that, Krishan was not fucking with China at all. And China based her whole YouTube around Krishan and all her social media platforms. Y'all see her name on YouTube is Krishan Rock's big sister. Like she want to be just so adjacent to Krishan, and Krishan don't give a fuck about that lady. The reason why Krishan Porter-born special, maybe it's a different man's sperm that Krishan slept with when he was in the womb. You know what? One time I thought about the fact that some of Junior's issues might also be linked to like everything that was going on with Krishan's box issues too, and everything like she had going on while she was pregnant. I don't think it was just I don't know, like I've said before, even if it wasn't for like the alcohol and the drugs and smoking and stuff like that, I still don't think that Junior would have been like 1,000% normal. I think he still would have had some issues. I don't think he would have been as bad off as he is right now, but to come out of a woman like that who doesn't have like any sort of regard for her health at all, and then she's already like mentally messed up, like to the point that she has 5 different mental health diagnoses and she's running around killing people and speaking ill on people's kids and stuff like that. I think Junior would have still had some issues. I've been saying this about Blue on those. The chat is the chat is ruthless. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube. Actually, we haven't been together for that long, but y'all be cutting up in here. Chrisean used abortion as birth control. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because Chrisean is who she is, like um her mental and like how she operates and how she thinks, or if it's because like nobody ever really sat down and like taught her about like birth control and stuff like that. Because Chrisean, to be a woman, and like I said at first, people used to make a lot of excuses for her, like, oh, she's a young girl, da 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 da. But being 20 years old plus, and like not being able to manage your coochie at all properly, we're gonna get to her tomorrow. I'm not gonna go too deep into it today. Let me see. She was rolling in money at one time. She was in prison. Mm. Imagine Rockhead trying to control a normal functioning child. Yeah, cause y'all see, like, I don't know if y'all remember, or if y'all were all paying attention back when, I think most people were. I seen a couple people say that they didn't really start paying attention until around the time Blue got home. But if y'all remember back when Chrisean was with Bino and Chastity went to jail and Chastity, Luella got left with Chrisean, right? Um, One thing that got talked about behind the scenes, so I'm just gonna explain this from my understanding. I'm not saying that this is something that came across my who's rocked hard in the chat? Hold on, before I go into my spiel. Oh, Desiree, I just reported this channel. I'ma still be up in this bitch though, Desiree. Get used to me. You gonna have to do a lot of fucking reporting, and I hope you know when you do false reporting, that comes back to you. There's nothing to report my channel about. But you go ahead, Desiree. You want so badly. Chrisean isn't gonna eat your pussy tonight, boo. She's not, and neither is Blueface. I know it hurts to hear about your faves and hear people tell the truth about them, but you're not stopping nothing over here. I've been doing this shit for years. I'm just new to YouTube, and I still haven't been stopped yet. Take that in, receive it. But here you go. I got something for you, just for you.
No.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
Bye bye, Desiree. I just reported this channel. Okay. Good for you. Good for you, boo. Y'all always trying to take somebody's page like I can't just make another one. I don't give a fuck if you report this page. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. Every single video I made is still in my files. You report my page, they take my shit down. All I'm gonna do is come back again. There's nothing to even report my page about. I'm not up here displaying like giving false information or nothing like that. Tell Blueface or Chrisean to come sue me. I bet they won't, because they can't prove nothing I'm saying is false. Tell the Malone family come sue me. I bet they can't. I'm gonna be up in this bitch regardless. Regardless, I'm not going nowhere. Just like y'all couldn't get me off of X ever, y'all aren't gonna get me off YouTube either. I promise you. I promise you. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep telling the truth, and y'all aren't gonna do shit about it except for keep reporting it, because that's all y'all can do. Dumb bitch. Anyway, where was I? See, got me all off track. I was about to say something, and I don't even know what I was finna say anymore. Don't let them F with you. Look up Sean Malone and Lisa Malone and the Zoom call with Geronimo's daughter and the judge who started. We're here to check status of Chrisean. Yeah, we're gonna get to all that, because that's the thing. I have everything. If I don't have it, I know how to get it. Like stuff that is already on the internet. All I gotta do is go back and put it all together and just put it in a video, basically. But everything, we're gonna talk about everything. So when they do this whole, oh, that's not true, all the information is here. And a smart cookie like me is interested in looking it up and finding it, and I have no problem doing it. It's you dumb hoes that want to believe everything these celebrities say when all they do is play in your face. That's not what goes on over here. I know y'all wish it was, but it's not. Um, they peeking, yeah. They found out that I'm over here talking about their faves, and now they think that they're finna stop the show. They're not. I promise you, they're not. You can take my page. I promise you, I'm coming right back. I tell people all the time in real life, not even my mama could shut me up. If I got something to say, I'ma say it. I'm 32 years old. That lady still be having a hard time getting me to just stop with my shit. I say whatever the fuck I want to say when I say it, and it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same over here on YouTube. Y'all aren't doing nothing. Y'all can't do nothing to me. Good luck though. Try and waste your time and resources and everything else trying to do something to me. All you're gonna be doing is working against yourself. I promise you. Let me see. I'm gonna read a few more comments and then we're gonna get up out of here. Um, you were talking on Junior having issues regardless of drugs and alcohol. I think I got a little bit farther than that, didn't I? Or I had started, I think I had just finished that and I had uh started another thought. Oh, y'all like Nino Brown here. For any other rock tar that they think they want to come up before I end this live.
No. Cancel that bitch. I'll buy
That's gonna be the that's gonna be the meme for whenever they come over here and they think that they're about to move somebody. Y'all do the same thing over on X. Y'all have been doing it for 3 years over on X. And I have not. All y'all have accomplished over on X, and you can say whatever you want over there. All y'all have accomplished is one time, I think 1 or 2 times, y'all were actually able to get me put in timeout for a few days. And then one time I said some shit and I got myself put in timeout for 2 days. Like, okay, I cannot talk about these people for a couple days, I promise. And I will come right back and be on the exact same shit. And y'all are just gonna keep on wasting y'all time trying to get me up out of here. I am not going nowhere. Get used to it. I don't know. I don't know why y'all feel like y'all can shut people up for talking about your faves. And why the fuck are you over here in my comments anyway if you're supposed to be a fan? Why aren't y'all over in Hennessy chat? Or Z Banga, whoever else, Dick Eat for Chrisean. Why ain't y'all over there and they chatting on they pages? Why are you over here in my shit? I don't be over there on their pages because I don't agree with what they saying and I don't agree with all the dick eating going on over there. So I don't go over to their chat. So why are y'all over in our chats? I don't understand that. If I don't want to hear something, if I don't agree with anything somebody is saying and I don't want to hear what they're saying and I don't like the fact that they're pushing it out into the internet, I don't spend my time over on their page. Just like I told you, I don't even watch Blueface and Jaidyn. I don't even watch their streams. I just look at the clips and I react to those. I'm not spending no time over in nobody's chat who I don't agree with. I'm just not. The fuck? I thought he was a little boy blue. Let me see. You pray to God someone is arrested for Ronnie. If I'm being honest, and this is just, I'm not presenting this as fact or like anybody else said, this is just my opinion. I don't think I think that some people, because there are multiple people involved in Ronnie's death, and I don't think that everybody is going to end up being arrested for it. I don't think so. I think that some people are going to Mm, I think that some people are gonna end up hurt behind, like, trying to cover up who all was involved, but I don't think that everybody will be arrested for Ronnie's murder. Just like if I'm just thinking about, like, who all was involved in it, and the circumstances behind it as well. I don't think that everybody involved is gonna pay for Ronnie's murder. But I might be wrong. But I'll leave it right there for now. That's how they be leaving, kicking and screaming. Exactly. I hate you, Whoopty. You're talking about my fave. Let's watch it again.
No.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it.
Yeah, that's them. Just kicking and screaming all the time. Um, I really don't understand why y'all like anybody else in the back. I don't understand why y'all feel the need to defend these people. And I'll keep saying it because I don't see what y'all see in them where they need to be defended at all. Why is he wearing purple? I thought he was Blueface. Mm-mm. Purple is the third eye of Shroud. Possibly. I don't know. Or it might just be uh like the color he chose for the day. You know what? I don't think like if I'm really thinking about it, I don't think Blueface is as big on that uh whole blue thing necessarily anymore. If that makes sense. Like you know how Blueface used to always wear blue? I think he's not as attached to that whole blue thing anymore. Cause a lot of his outfits now, like they don't include any type of blue or anything like that. But I don't know. Cause like we talked about before, Blueface is not a real Crip. So um maybe I don't know. Maybe he's separating himself or something. I don't know. Um You might be, but that's not a bad thing either. At least you're questioning things. I and that's what I want is like if I put stuff up here, I want y'all to kind of question it too. Like and then kind of put things together on your own, you know? Um mm, they trash like that. Yeah. He be wearing red now. He's not attached because they're yeah, that and see, and that's what I was thinking too, because I remember before he went to prison, he used to wear blue a lot more. And then if y'all remember, like the day Blueface turned himself in or whatever, wasn't he wearing like a red leather coat or something? I just thought about that the other day and I was wondering what that was about. Like, you know you're about to go to jail and there's a possibility that you're gonna go to prison and you're showing up in uh a red leather coat, which is crazy on its own. It's like it was like a patent leather too, like a red patent leather coat, just shiny as hell. Um, Blue is always wears other colors other than blue. Um, yeah, but there was a time where he was more so focused on blue and he would incorporate blue into his outfits more. Not necessarily like he would be blue from head to toe, but it seemed like he had more blue in his outfit. Um, Blue looks dirty and always burping like a slob. Yeah, and I think too, like talking about his stay in prison, um, I don't know if it's like the severity of which he got beat and stuff like that, but Blueface, it seems like since he's been out of prison, like he has like some kind of digestive issues or something. Cause y'all like he's always burping, and then it's like he always has like it's like he has trouble with like his food or something going down or something like that. Like I noticed that a while ago. And I don't know if it's because they beat him so bad and like ruptured something or tore something or something like that inside of him, but it does seem like he has like some type of digestive issues now. Um Maybe we really don't know, Kron. Um I think most people didn't. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, I never believed anything he said, but there was there was a couple incidents, quite a few times where I started questioning, um, like, if Ronnie was being for real or not, like, with his intentions, and then it basically came out, was confirmed that he wasn't. Um, and it really for me, like I said, I was questioning it because I pay attention a little differently than a lot of people do. So I wasn't like 100% sure on it, but then somebody else that did actually have information on it came out and confirmed it. But I think a lot of people, they just I think what it was a lot of people kinda held on to the fact that they wanted to see Junior get help, and then when Ronnie was coming out and basically saying that he was gonna be the one to do it, they kinda held on to that, and they were like, "And he's speaking against Chrisean. We don't like Chrisean, so we're gonna believe anything he says." You know? And, I can't say that I necessarily blame everybody for that, especially since a child was involved. However, that that situation the situation looking at it from the outside in and what the common narrative, like not Blueface, Ronnie was gonna save him, it's just not what it was. And we're gonna talk about it. It'll probably be next weekend. I really don't think I'm gonna have time to do another live this week besides tomorrow. And then I think next weekend, then we'll talk about Ronnie. Um, Rock is definitely copying and following. She's no shepherd, a little lamb. Yeah, Chrisean doesn't have an identity of her own either. It's whoever she's around at the time or whoever she sees that's like uh I say will make like making kind of like the big moves that she wants to make. She'll basically feed off their personality and try to turn it into her own. Um we were fed a distraction with Quran, and by channels like this, we can learn more about him trying to do what he was doing and get higher in the circus. Yeah, because essentially that's what it was. Like a lot of people too, they think that Ronnie was like he wasn't making any money off of the internet with his situation, and he absolutely was. Um, which to him that was like the biggest part was he was making money off of it. And a lot of people will still say that he wasn't, but he absolutely was. Um, if you're and here's the thing, if you're some of your favorite content creators, because we discussed this before, if some of your favorite content creators um are aligning themselves with Chrisean and getting on their payroll, I Ronnie was definitely doing it, and I don't really see why a lot of people don't believe it. Um, which we talked about that before too. Some of y'all favorite allegedly anti-Chrisean Rock content creators, are on Krishan's payroll, and they're just playing on the internet. Um, y'all guessed the name in the chat last time. I think it was last Saturday's live. Um, I didn't say nothing, but y'all guessed the name. Um, they said she doesn't like to shower. Yeah, that too. And then there was actually a live that Blueface one time he said that Chrisean is a get up and go type of girl, and she don't really take pride in her hygiene or nothing like that. And then of course, like even back to Blue Girls Club, a lot of the girls on Blue Girls Club, they used to talk about Krishan's hygiene. One time one of them come out and said that Blueface used to have to tell her to get in the shower. Um, she was leaving period blood all over the bathroom floor, all kinds of shit. And then y'all remember on Baddies when Rolly exposed Krishan's panties and they were talking about him, and then Whack 100 went in interviews talking about him. Karlissa was talking about him. Y'all remember when Karlissa said that was how the whole fight got started in the first place, was because Chrisean was leaving her thrush covered panties on the kitchen counter at Blueface's house when she first moved in. All kinds of shit. Chrisean is nasty, very nasty. Um, heartburn. Exactly. Butt leaking, indigestion, burping all over the place, Nevaeh wiping his ass. Ugh, all kinds of shit going on, literally. He need Pepsid. Yeah, I think Blueface's time was a lot more traumatic than most people's though. Because to my understanding, Blueface didn't know any peace in prison. you know, except for when he, y'all know when he did that interview from the prison yard or whatever. That was probably, I don't even think he had really any peace then. Because if y'all look in the background, there's niggas like hawking Blueface down in the background. Like he knew he was being watched too. He didn't even look like 1,000% comfortable doing that interview. So I think his time was rougher than most people's prison time. Um, let me see. That demon in her is nasty as fuck. What's like to keep the area funky. It do seem like Chrisean like to be funky for real. But I've never seen like a grown woman just like have no type of care about showering, changing their clothes on a daily basis, anything. Like being willing to sleep in a car and not freshen up at all. Cause y'all remember when Chastity, right before Chastity revealed, like confirmed that Chrisean was homeless and living in the car with Junior, she had went to go visit Chrisean, right? And she said that she slept in the car with her, Junior, and Luella. And she said that she was like taking her and Luella to Planet Fitness to take showers, and then basically Chrisean tried to go big on her and be like, "Yeah, bitch, you're in a gym taking showers with your baby." But Chastity told us that Chrisean and Junior were in the car stinking, like not taking any showers at all. And why the fuck is a 2-year-old so stank that like people around him can smell him for real? That's what I was talking about before that last idiot came in here and threw me off my track. We were talking about when Chrisean went to jail and she got left with Luella and Junior. So to my understanding, when Chrisean got left with Luella, right? Chrisean was not feeding that child, which Hot Tea Hot Chocolate confirmed that she wasn't feeding her. And then allegedly she had plans to get rid of Luella. Now we know, once again, we discussed that Chrisean was an informant, right? The federal government knows everything she does. If y'all remember, Chastity was in jail. I don't remember. It was either a no bond or it was extremely high to the point that she couldn't pay it. I'm pretty sure it was a no bond though, if I remember right. I'll have to go back and fact check that. But somebody got somehow by the grace of God, right? From the outside looking in, Chastity got out of jail so she could go get her daughter. And the way it was explained, and once again, to my understanding, is that the powerful people that are on the back end in this thing, which we've talked about before, right? They basically found out about Chrisean's plan to harm Luella, and they made it possible for for Chastity to get out of jail to go get Luella before Chrisean did something to Luella. And y'all remember when Chastity got out of jail, she was saying that Luella was scared of Chrisean. She would cry around her. And she thought that Chrisean was hurting Luella while she was locked up. Right. And that did happen. And somebody on the back end, they were able to get Chastity out of jail so that she could go get Luella and nothing would happen to Luella. So that also, right, when people are talking about saving Junior and stuff like that, right? Nobody's coming to save Junior. It's a harsh reality, but we really have to keep on talking about that, is that nobody's coming for Junior. Because somebody came for Luella because they were worried about what Chrisean was planning to do with her, but they left Junior there. Like they could have easily sent CPS in to get Junior if that was going to be a thing, but nobody's going for Junior, right? And we've talked about that before. How can a federal informant be running from CPS when they're property of the federal government? So if they are able to listen in on Chrisean's plans to harm a child, you don't think that they know that Chrisean is harming her own child? Those are the things that we really have to pay attention to and think about. And we might go over that situation again just to break it down like a little bit further, because that was really just like a rough summary of it pretty much. Let me read some of y'all comments and then we're probably gonna wrap this live up. You guys, we got to start thinking about everything on a spiritual level, because everything that's happening is spiritual, is demonic. Exactly. And I think that's one thing too that's kind of allowed me to be able to look at stuff differently and question stuff, because I've been questioning everything from the beginning. If y'all are new here, I've told y'all before that the whole reason I even got started watching the whole Blueface and Chrisean thing, was because I started watching Blue Girls Club from the very beginning, and I wanted to know what the fuck was wrong with Chrisean and why it was that she was still on the loose. That is literally what got me started with all of this, because I recognized that something was clearly wrong with Chrisean from the very beginning, and I wanted to know what it was, and I wanted to know how it was that she was just running around out in the world by herself, and why she wasn't in a cage somewhere. Because she was, even back on Blue Girls Club, she was completely unhinged, and I could see the personalities flipping all the time. And I really wanted to know. I needed to know what was wrong with her. And I never in a million years thought that it would be 6 years later and we're still going down this rabbit hole, basically. I never expected the rabbit hole to be this deep or anything like that. But it really is. It's deeper than most people would think it is. Um, Brain doesn't stop developing until 25. I think a lot of these people are in arrested development too, though. I really do. I think Chrisean is in arrested development. I think Blueface is in arrested development. Jaidyn definitely is. Jaidyn, let me say this about Nasty real quick. Um, I think Jaidyn is in a arrested development phase too. Because now that she's streaming and she's showing her hand and like showing her behavior and shit like that, I'm looking at Jaidyn, right? And she gets off on being like a weird, like mean girl to people. And then she bases her personality around like Hello Kitty and Barbie and shit like that. And this is a grown ass woman. And she always got to show a trip to Five Below for Hello Kitty, you know? And then like the whole mean girl thing. I don't know if y'all seen the clip where Megan James, y'all know she used to be on Bad Girls Club or whatever, but now she has a podcast. Um, there's a clip where Megan was like, I guess reacting to something Nevaeh said or something like that. And Megan was like, I like this girl or something like that. I like her, whatever. And Jaidyn gets in the comments, and it didn't have anything to do with Jaidyn, I don't think, if I remember right. But Jaidyn gets in the comments and she was like, I like this girl. And then she like tagged Winter Blanco or something like that. Like, do you know how like childish that is? Like, that really is like some middle school, high school shit. And it's like Jaidyn gets off on the childish shit for real. Like sitting in a room with Pumpkin 2 times. That's Sam's name on this channel from now on too, in case y'all didn't know. If I say Pumpkin 2 times, that's Sam. Because she shaped like a pumpkin, and then y'all know I put, if y'all weren't here last time, let me go ahead and put the picture up. Hold on just a second. Mm. Here we go. So, Jaidyn and Pumpkin 2 times be sitting in that streaming room just saying whatever about Nevaeh and whoever else, right? And meanwhile, Sam got the same head structure as Pumpkin here. Um, so we're gonna clown Sam and Jaidyn too, because they like to sit around and involve themselves in shit and keep on picking with people that really ain't even that bothered with them, and they always have something to like they always have something to say about somebody's looks, and both of them be sitting up in that room looking crazy. So you guys, Sam is Pumpkin 2 times, looks like Pumpkin, shaped like Pumpkin, and then if I ever refer to somebody as nasty bitch, I'm talking about Jaidyn, because Jaidyn has a very nasty spirit, and we're seeing more of it every day. I think Blue had a nervous breakdown in prison. It's not a joke being in there. You lose your mind. Yeah, I do think he had a nervous breakdown in prison. I do. Because there was a few clips of Blueface in prison where he just didn't, like, he was talking on the phone or something like that, and he didn't seem like himself. And then a lot of people, like, since Blue has came out, right, his behavior is it was bad before he went to prison, but it's worse now. And a lot of people say, "Oh, Blueface is a clone." Blueface isn't a clone. He just went through a lot in prison. I think just like before how I said that I feel like Jaidyn kind of gave up on moving on with her life and actually growing and progressing in life. I think Blueface just gave up on life in general. Because if we want to be honest, like um if you really think about Blueface's situation behind the scenes, I don't care about any of that streaming shit that he does. If you think about his situation behind the scenes, now he's under investigation, federal investigation for a murder. He has all this stuff that happened to him in prison that was recorded, like the gay rumors and stuff like that. Um, all those prisoners, a lot, well, I won't say all those, but a lot of them found out about the fact that Blueface is also a pedophile. Blueface is connected to a lot of bullshit behind the scenes. He's 20 million in debt. I There's really no out for him. So like I said, like when I say that Blueface, I don't think he's gonna make it to Javon's 11th birthday. It really is hell or jail at this point. And I think he kind of gave up. And I think when he was in prison and he was going through all that stuff, and he realized that there was a chance that this really might be like he's gonna get out, of course, right? But there's a chance that like all the stuff that he's involved himself in now, including shit that he involved himself in while he was in prison that he shouldn't have. I think he kind of realizes that there's really no out for him. Like his life is never going to be like it was. He's never gonna like truly be incredibly happy again. And I think that's just where he's at with it. I think he gets on stream and he puts on a smile and cracks jokes like that, and sometimes but you can tell that Blueface is not the same person he was before he went to prison. You really can. And that's also why I don't understand why a lot of people hype this stuff up, because if you consider yourself to be a fan of him and you're like he's one of your faves or whatever, right? You should be able to see the change in him. Because like I've never been a fan of Blueface, but I can see that something happened to him that clearly changed him. His mental is thrown off and everything. He is not living the life that he portrayed. None of them are living the life that they portray that they are. I don't think any of them are happy. Not even just Blue. I don't think any single person in the circus is truly happy in life, because they all have either involved themselves in a mess that's going to be extremely hard to get out of, or they're depending on Blueface, and there's a chance that he's not going to be around forever. I don't think anybody is happy, and I think everybody's just putting on a show at this point. Yeah, that's her. That's her. Head just big as hell, no type of, and you see how Pumpkin, like you can see his chin and then his neck. Let me put Sam up here for y'all to really get the picture for real. Here we go. You see how Sam, like, it's just chin and then neck, but it's just a big ass blockhead. Just like that's her. That's her. So from now on, that's Pumpkin 2 times. I don't want to picture Sam and Jaidyn together. Hold on a second. Let me see what y'all are talking about in the chat. Hold on. Yeah, this too. That was another thing, is that Jaidyn didn't have a male figure in her life at all. And I think a lot of times that's why she's so connected to Blueface. Because even like we were talking about Chrisean and the whole daddy thing earlier, right? But I think Jaidyn kind of sees Blueface as that too, like a father figure in some way. Because if y'all think about it, Jaidyn hasn't done shit for real in life, because Jaidyn went from being a teenager to then Blueface gets put on around the same time, not exactly when she turned 18, right? But sometime around that time in their early 20s. And Blueface starts taking care of her. Jaden's never had like no real job before, anything like that. And she's always been like taken care of by Blueface. And I think that's what she's used to. Um And I said this on Twitter the other day, but I really feel like the only time Jaidyn really feels like Blueface loves her is when he's having sex with her. Because when Blueface and Jaidyn are not together, right? But when he's out on the stroll and he's with Nevaeh, she's all amped up and mad. She's sloppy drunk all the time. Da 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 da. But when they went to the arcade the other day, she's all smiles and giggles and all that stuff. When it's her turn, she's so happy, right? But as soon as he leaves, it's time to throw a tantrum. And for them not to be in a relationship at all, right? And for him to have done her so bad and she wants to act like she's moving on, and that's still, how she operates, that she's so happy when he's around, even though, Jaidyn and Punkin 2 Times, they set up on live the other night talking about how it's the kids need their father and it's about them. Okay, then y'all can co-parent, but you don't still have to be fucking and flirting with your baby daddy if you want nothing to do with them. But yeah, I think that Jaidyn never had a real father figure in her life, and I think that that has a lot to do with why she just hangs on to Blueface the way she does. Not in, in grown toenail. Mm-mm. Waiting on the alcoholic car wreck with both her children in the car, and Carl came and got them, leaving the 4 or 5 cars that Jane smashed up. Yeah, Karlissa don't hold none of them accountable. And then, you know what? Around the time, right, everybody was like, well, we don't know that Jaidyn was drunk or anything like that. But we see how drunk Jaidyn be all the time. Even when Jaidyn will there was maybe like a month or so ago, Jaidyn had a live where she went out to kind of like on a solo date or whatever. And at one point she's at a restaurant and she's just throwing back shots. But she drove there. So you can't even say, oh, Jaidyn has never drove after she got done drinking or anything like that. And we don't know exactly how many shots Jaidyn had, because on camera it looked like she had 2 or 3, but she might have had more than that. And then it might have been the same thing the night she got in an accident, was out drinking and then got in a car accident and somehow finessed her way out of any repercussions for it, basically. And now she's without her beloved G-Wagon. You know? Jaidyn pisses me off now, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I used to root for Jaidyn, but when she started streaming and exposing her hand for real, and I started seeing just how much she be around there just on complete bullshit. Yeah, them days are over. Cause she is a problem too. Um Javon said she's only happy when Blue is around. Yeah, and I believe that. Because look at what she does on the internet. When Blue is with Nevaeh, all she can do is sit in the room and talk about that girl. Nevaeh could have not said nothing at all about Jaidyn, and Jaidyn will still be in the room talking about that girl with Punkin. And to me, it's like, why? If she ain't said nothing about you, why are you, every chance you get, like if she see a clip with Nevaeh and Blueface or something, she feel like she got to react to it. And then, of course, her slow ass fans are going to be in the comments like, oh, well, we asked her to do this, but she don't have to. If she's really not bothered by Nevaeh and she don't care that Blueface is over there with her, Nevaeh be over there laid up with the love of her life. If that don't bother her, why does she keep on speaking on her? It just looks goofy. And then as soon as Blueface come around over to her, she's just giggling and playful. She don't have to be drunk, nothing. She just all in love. And then as soon as he leaves, then it's back to running our mouths all the time again. I don't understand that. I think she really is only happy when Blueface is around, and I don't get it at all. Let me see. Adam 22 makes me feel sick. Yeah, Adam 22 is another one. I probably won't ever get too deep into him or anything like that, but I think because I don't know anything about like his backstory or anything like that. I told y'all that I did follow like the no jumper content, so I can speak on a little bit. But I don't know like his backstory as much as like if I speak on like Blueface or Chrisean or somebody like that. Um, if y'all say so, if y'all say it'd be hard to cut off, I don't really know for real. Uh, it seems like it does, but for my thing with Jaidyn is right, is it's not like if Nevaeh was in Jaden's position, right? And Nevaeh has only been around for like 3 or 4 years, but now she has a son with him. I could more so understand her having a hard time letting him go because she hasn't been through enough yet. But I've went over, and I know you're new here, so you probably haven't seen these videos yet. But I did like a 3-part series on Blueface and Jaidyn and like the dynamic of their relationship, their history and stuff like that. And everything that everything that Jaidyn has went through with Blueface and everything he's put her through, I don't understand why it's hard for her to cut him off. And then I want to say this too, because a lot of people, we talked about Blueface being gay and what's going on in prison. Blueface's family has seen those tapes, and there's no way that Jaidyn hasn't seen them, because the story is that when Karlissa seen him, she passed out. Like she just and Dre came out and talked about that too. When Karlissa seen them tapes of her baby boy getting stuffed like a turkey, she passed out. And so for Jaidyn to have gone through all this stuff with him, and then she get the download and see the prison files of Blueface and how he been throwing it back for his boo in there, and she's still going this hard for his attention, I don't understand it. Yeah, that's her baby daddy and all, but I'm not gonna lie. If I seen a video of my husband taking dick, I would be done with him. I know there's some women that are strong enough to handle stuff like that, and they don't care if their man is bi or whatever, but there's no way, along with all the other shit that Blueface has done, and Jaidyn still be just so concerned with that man and borderline obsessed with him. How are you obsessed with your own baby daddy? I don't understand that. I don't see how it's hard for her to cut him off. Um, Let me read a couple more and then we're gonna get up out of here. Even if Nevaeh has somebody else's baby, there's still the other baby mother to be, who is now 10 weeks pregnant, but staying with her own people as Blueface is not accepting it yet. Yeah, I kind of gotta get a little bit more into the Rila situation. Because I haven't, and I don't know if that much has went on with it because I really haven't seen that much about it, but it seems like maybe like once a week or so, um, like somebody will do an update on it, but I haven't got too deep into it yet. Um, I don't even like sharing food. I'm not sharing. No, we're not sharing nothing around here. I don't. And that's the thing. Even for Jaidyn, right? Jaidyn likes to make it look like she's the best looking one. She's of the highest standard, all that. But then she's calling Nevaeh homeless, right? So isn't your nigga fucking on a homeless bitch and you're still fucking him? You know? That's what's going on. If you think you're the best one, why is that acceptable to you? I would never be fucking behind a homeless crackhead, but Jaidyn does it, you know? And how special could you be, Jaidyn? How good could you look if Blueface is nutting in you, but then he's also fucking around with homeless crackheads? How special could you be? You know? A lot of people don't think about stuff like that, but her fans will sit back and hype her up and make her think that she's the best of all time. But like we talked about before over here on this channel, and like Karlissa said, nobody was trying to get Jaden's number while Blue was gone. Nobody was checking for Jaidyn like that. The only fans that she's had up for almost 2 years ain't done no type of motion for real. Um when when Jaidyn finally got the chance to get her get back, it was with a security guard, not a rapper or a ball player or nothing like that. It was a security guard. Um, Jaidyn is not one of them ones the way she thinks she is. You know what though? I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna end the live. I think that Jaidyn, I think that she has like Ari Fletcher on her mood board. And I think that she thinks that she's like in the same lane as Ari Fletcher or something like that. I think that G-Wagon really boosted her head up. And I think that that's why she got in an accident and God took that G-Wagon away from her because he needed her, like he wanted to show her something. Without this G-Wagon, you the same as the rest of them bitches your baby daddy fucks with. Because like I said, now she has a new Mercedes, but that Mercedes is the equivalent to a Honda Civic, basically. And she had to downgrade from a G-Wagon. I'm not presenting this as fact. It's just, my thoughts. I think like this. Because Jaidyn is not no better than Nevaeh. She's not no better than Chrisean. If it wasn't for Blueface, Jaidyn would starve. You remember they said she got left with 90,000 when Blueface went to prison, and all kind of favors had to be done just for her to be able to put food on the table for her kids. So I guess it's good that she has a stream now. So she has her own little income or whatever. That's getting, a little more. She's getting a little more than like the TikTok bag or something like that. But Jaidyn ain't special either. God did what? God took her G-Wagon away. Her G-Wagon was her prized possession. When Jaidyn got her G-Wagon, she started thinking that she was bigger than the program and that she was the best baby mama because Blueface bought her a G-Wagon. Mind you, Blueface didn't truly buy her a G-Wagon because Jaidyn still had to pay the note on the shit. So he went and put the down payment down and picked it out, but Jaidyn was paying the car note on that. So like I said, Jaidyn doesn't even have a baby mama starter pack. Oh, this shit is so funny. Let me see. Bratz doll or pancake face. Yeah. I talked about how somebody got in my comments talking about Jaidyn. Jaidyn was a literal Bratz doll. And then on X yesterday, Jaidyn's biggest fan page on X, she posted a picture of Jaidyn with heavy lashes on, filtered to the gods, face full of filler, everything else, and had the nerve to say, okay, she posted a picture without makeup now. What are y'all gonna say now? The same shit. Jaidyn, this is not what Jaidyn looks like. And I had to post in her comments, I had to repost it actually, and put a real picture of Jaidyn with no makeup on. And it was an off-guard picture, no filter, no nothing. Jaidyn looks crazy without the filters. With nothing on, Jaidyn looks crazy. And like I said before, Jaidyn was not a bad-looking girl at all before she started doing all this work to herself. Jaidyn had a normal-looking body, a regular body. Like nothing was wrong with her body at all. Nothing was wrong with Jaidyn's face at all. She was actually very pretty. And then she starts doing all this Botox and lip fillers and these little mini surgeries on her face and let Blueface talk her into getting that crazy ass BBL. Jaidyn do not be Jaidyn do not be giving it up like that. And like I said, I really do think Ari Fletcher is on her mood board. Cause she really do. Jaidyn swears she rich, bossy, all that. And she's not. Exactly. I never get how Jaidyn can brag about nothing. I don't at all. Cause ain't nothing going on special over there. She be living the exact same way the rest of them bitches do. She just happened to have not have to stay in a house with Blueface to have one. Exactly. Jaidyn was not a bad looking girl at all. So for anybody in the back that's like, oh, you're just hating on her, I'm literally telling y'all that girl was not ugly at all. She just did too much with the surgeries and trying to fix herself to look better for Blueface and keep him home. And it didn't work. And she should have just left herself completely alone because she was not a bad looking girl at all. That work look at yeah. Head always looks crazy. Jaidyn used to have a normal sized head and everything. Yeah, and I talked about that. I don't know if you were in the live, but I talked about how there was a live where Blueface was talking to Nevaeh about getting her body done after the surgery. And like I said before, with Chrisean and her long heavy black weave that she used to wear all the time. Does she have it on it?
All right, come on. Are we really getting married?
Yeah.
This weave, Blueface used to tell Chrisean to get her hair done like this because Jaidyn had long black hair. And so he used to tell her to get weave like this so that she could look more like Jaidyn. And I honestly think that Chrisean was the only one that was able to tell Blueface no when it came to like laying on a table, basically. Because even Angie has had the work done before, and that might not Angie's work actually might not be attributed to Blueface because Angie is a international hoe. Though, y'all know when they talk about those girls that go over to Dubai and they do some strange stuff for a few $1,000s. Angie is one of them type of girls. That's how she makes her money. That girl is not no dentist. Um, well, she might have gone to dental school or something like that, but that is not her main occupation. But yeah, that's the story behind this long weave that Chrisean used to wear all the time. Um, what pic? Where am I at? What pic are you talking about? Um, She not even in the house with him and still crashing out online looking stupid. Exactly. That's my thing. She don't live with him or nothing. She has no part of a family unit with him. And like we talked about earlier, Blueface be spending more time with Superior than he spends with his own kids. So when we get online bragging and stuff like that, I don't get it. Cause she's not winning at all. Um the pic of Jaidyn. Are you talking about the one that I was just talking about from yesterday? Let me see if I have it. It's not loaded. Let me go get it real quick. Here, y'all watch y'all commercial break.
With our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again. Okay.
Give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
Why the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Guys, it's just funny.
Okay.
Alright. But
Say that again?
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here. All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah,
Okay.
with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make his the bride.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
All right, here we go. Here's Jaidyn. That's Miss Brat's doll that we've been alleging Jaidyn is with no filler, no filters, no makeup, no nothing. That's Miss Bratz herself. You know, Jaidyn looks like a bitch that can be found in any Walmart in any city in the United States. It don't matter if it's the poorest town or the richest town. Jaidyn is not she's not no prize like that. And she did that to herself cuz let me pull up the picture from that I put up the other day from back when Jaidyn before she did all this work to herself. Or was it a video, y'all? Was it a video or a picture that I put up the last time? Let me see. Yeah, here it is. It was a video.
bitch, get acquainted, I'm really her.
Oh shit, why'd you make this one?
Yeah. You want a perfect bitch, get acquainted, I'm really her.
See, like, Jaidyn wasn't ugly before the work. You know, it's okay to have like a natural face and not have any filler or anything else in your face. Not hating on nobody that chooses to, get work done. But Jaidyn most definitely looked better before she got hers done. I don't know if she just didn't have the budget to get like, quality work done or whatever the case may be. But I think she did too much too. Um. mm, mm, mm. Yeah, her head was not that big at all, but she got to doing too much. Um, they do say she looked like Drewski now. Drewski, Stewie, um, Jaidyn don't have no when people talk about who Jaidyn looks like, it's never nobody like flattering or anything like that. So, you know, she got Stewie and Drewski as her lookalikes. I've never heard of Bratz doll until a couple weeks ago. Mm, yeah, she definitely looked better before. And it's sad that whoever, put the thought in her head that she needed to change herself, it's sad that they prospered with that. Um, let me see. I think that's it, y'all. I don't have nothing else for y'all. Thank y'all everybody for coming out. Like I said, we'll do a live tomorrow and we'll go over Krishan's allegations, the PDF allegations and the incest allegations. And then during the week, I probably won't do any lives. I'm gonna try to do a video, even if it's just a short one, every day next week, and then we'll cover Ronnie next weekend. Um, I appreciate everybody for coming out. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share, subscribe, all that, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.